The finale.
Yeah, man. Wow.
I know.
Is this set to go out 2 weeks from Milman?
Nope.
Okay. I've totally lost track of when that was posted and where we are relative to that. So
That would have been Saturday.
this Saturday, right?
And I did warn everyone.
Yeah.
That it was unlikely that we would get to it.
This has more moving parts.
Yeah, it's gonna be big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we clap?
Like Beowulf. Oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay, one last little
Yeah,
tiny bit. One last time. Let's go. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Pretty good.
Ooh.
Going out with
The
bang.
bonk was strong with that one.
Yeah, I did accidentally touch the mic with my pinky finger, so.
If I had money, I would send you the same microphone that I have. Yours is a good microphone, but
$50.
That way it would be like if we were in the same room.
I know.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
I can. It happened once.
I don't think so. I think we faked that.
It's a false flag.
Would you call me?
Anyway, the finale. Oh God, edit it out.
Welcome to No Sad Face, the toxically positive Kingdom Hearts podcast, with me, PJ from Cabletown, and my co-host, my partner in crime and legality in rhyme. Oh, okay.
I said grime, like filth.
Oh,
It's regular Pat.
That's better. Yeah, it's regular Pat. Hi, everybody.
Hey, what's up?
Oh my goodness, it's the finale.
It is. Wow, the finale of season 1.
Of season 1.
Yeah, let's not.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, I had a dream. Wait, I think it's a dream. Let me scroll up in our DMs. I had a dream that you DM'd me a logo for what season 2 would look like. That didn't really happen, did it?
Who knows?
No. Yeah, I just scrolled up through August. I didn't see that, but my subconscious is certainly manifesting it.
I did send you a logo for season 2, and then I was like, I don't like this yet, and I deleted it.
You did? Wait, really?
I did. Mm-hmm.
I legit thought it was a dream because I check my DMs right after I wake up stupidly and then fall back asleep. So
it was an idea, a thought, and then I'm like, I'm not happy with this.
Well, I only remember a quarter of it, so
subconsciously.
Yeah, I really thought it might be fake.
Man, I should have just kept gaslighting you.
Yeah,
and then
honestly,
I would have been was it something like this?
It's like, oh my God, no, the fucking Freddy Krueger motherfucker went in my head.
My hands are too little and dainty to be Freddy Krueger.
Of course,
too gay, so gay. Although I do have a condition that does lots of weird things to my body. One of which is that my fingernails, they grow oddly, and I'm susceptible to hangnails, and I shed them kind of like a cat.
Oh my God. I did not know this.
Alex is constantly finding fingernails and toenails that have ripped off of me in the apartment. Oh. He's like, "Why? Why is this happening?" And I'm like, "Well,
it's like a fucked up Easter bunny type thing."
I've been called that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also leave eggs everywhere. I just I squat and I pop out an egg. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Strange things happen to everyone.
What are we doing today?
Speaking of which, we died at the end of the last episode.
We died?
Yeah, the gummy ship crashed.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Floating in the final world, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, we're okay. Gummy ship is toast.
Listen, we just have to re-find all of our parts.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I get to find PJ's parts.
I'm just going to keep eating this cake. No pun intended, no.
Yeah.
Not a euphemism.
Yeah.
Innuendo, outnuendo, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is our finale, so we don't have the same kind of plan that we usually have. It's not the same thing.
This is the least preparation I've done for an episode, and I think PJ. I don't prepare a lot.
That's saying something. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but that's okay, because we're having a little party.
Yeah, look at all of this, the delicious, scrumptious snacks provided by... Who does the catering for the podcast?
I think technically Esper provided
I think Esper
this
did,
cake.
yeah. Thank you, Esper.
Thanks, the cake's
not a lie. She cooks art and food.
Delicious. Speaking of which, we've actually invited some people to this party.
Oh my God. We're having guests.
Yes, and they're going to come and go throughout the party.
Awesome.
But because of quarantine, we're going to have them on speaker on the phone. So
yeah.
Um, yeah, I think speaking of Esper, let's play her message real quick.
Let's do it.
Hi, I'm Esperoba. So my favorite memory of Kingdom Hearts is easily the part in KH2 where Sora, Riku, and Kairi finally reunite in the world that never was. It's cathartic. It's the emotional reunion built up since the very beginning. It rules so much.
Should probably preface this by saying that I asked people to call in and give us their most favorite moments of Kingdom Hearts. Not necessarily game related, although it could be like a scene from the game, but just like something that makes you happy about your experience with Kingdom Hearts. Like, what was your favorite moment?
And that's
that
a
was
great
Esper's.
moment. That is a great one.
One of the best parts of the games.
Very good part. I just said in a recent video that it's crazy that that is the first scene that trio has together since the combo they have on the Paupu tree on night 2 of Destiny Islands, or night 1. They're not seen talking
crazy.
together. Like, they're like Kairi's comatose, or like, Sora and Riku, but it's like Riku handsome and Kairi's lying there. So it's like they're there, but they're not all having a convo until that scene. And Riku is he has the appearance of Ansem in that moment there. So they really don't have a ton of time together on screen. It's kind of crazy.
That's fucking nuts.
Right?
I hadn't even thought of that.
And like, when is the next time after that?
That they're all together?
Yeah, like, or at least speaking. Like,
blank
I know there's
points.
Like blank points.
Oh wait, no. I guess at the end of 2, like they stay together for 2.
Right, yeah.
And then secret ending of 2.
Right.
And then there's a break.
Yeah.
So narratively speaking, after 2, it's blank points.
Right.
And then after blank points, it's not until 3.
Because it really is crazy, because like, I think did they even lose to TVA in terms of like total amount of scenes like talking to each other?
Girl, you would know better than I would.
I mean, we could look it up, but they definitely lose to the Days
so.
Trio.
It must, because even though you could argue that Birth by Sleep's trio is not super well developed, like they're together all the time.
Right. At least in their subsequent appearances, they often show up like right around right around each other, and they're saying things. SRK,
I mean, they're together. They were together in the secret ending. They're together for all of the opening.
Yep.
And then Radiant they touch base again in Radiant Garden, and then they have the fight again.
Yeah. And obviously they have some scenes in KH3. So yeah, it's kind of nuts. I would love to see, obviously Kairi, increased characterization and utility for her, but just like that original trio in general, I feel like it's like pretty untapped potential for those dynamics there.
That's probably one of the biggest wishes that most people have about Kairi in general, is that she gets more screen time. And, not to say that the boys don't need more screen time, or, it wouldn't be fun too, especially together.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see.
Explore that dynamic. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to play one more call from our other, basically, co-creator at this point.
Yeah. We got 4 cast members, baby.
Got a sweet little message from David Russell himself. Let's run that back.
Hi, my name is David Russell, and I have a lot of great memories with the Kingdom Hearts series, but I think the one that comes to mind is the first time I attended a Kingdom Hearts World Tour concert. This was one of the first opportunities that I'd gotten to be in like a room full of fans of the series, and so to have that sort of community sort of validated for the first time was really something else. And then not only this, but I got to hear live Kingdom Hearts music. And then after the show, me and my 2 friends who attended, we got to meet Yoko Shimomura. So we brought her a music box, and we brought her a CD to sign. And through her translator, she was just like so appreciative and so gracious. And it was just, I don't know, this wonderful sort of reminder that sometimes meeting your heroes really is all it's cracked up to be. She is as sweet as she seems online. And it's just like a reminder that this series really is special to so many people around the world. And I'm grateful.
That makes me so happy, dude.
David,
like the thought
so
of
sweet.
David Russell meeting Yoko Shimomura, it's like that is so
it
sweet.
Gives you warm feels.
My whole body is warm. Like, I'm just, wow, I'm so happy.
Have you ever gone to any of the Kingdom Hearts concerts?
No, I haven't. I haven't had the pleasure. I would totally go though.
I went to one. I've talked about it, I think, on here. Maybe I edited it out. I don't think so. But yeah, I went to the orchestra, the famous orchestra day after they premiered the Olympus trailer, and Kingdom Hearts 3 made its grand reappearance. It was nice. It was just a lot of fun. It's always good to go to some sort of event, like a convention or a concert or something, where everyone just gets it, and you don't have to like overly explain that. Well, it's this game that is like, you go to Disney, but like, have you ever heard of Final Fantasy? Like, it, like, it just goes on forever.
I know this is going to come up later. I know for sure it's going to come up later, but like going to Reconnect and just having that baseline established where we're all operating on this same like set of like rules and like understanding of each other, it cuts out so much nonsense. It just lets you more quickly acclimate to like being your truest self among people that share this passion with you. So,
true story.
You know, that applies to something like a Reconnect and something like these concerts, which, man, the music, you know, like we've said this before and we'll say it again, the music never misses in the series. Like if there's one great unifier, like you might not Recoded, I don't, but like I love Wonder of Electron, man. I love No More Bugs. Like that stuff never misses. So it's a constant.
Yeah, I mean, and taking away, just setting aside the Utada of it all, because I know that for like the layman, that's the first thing they think of.
Right, they think of simple and clean, yeah.
Which, like, yes, absolutely, those are huge parts of Kingdom Hearts' identity. But if the score wasn't good, I really think that like Kingdom Hearts just wouldn't be as good.
Yeah,
just wouldn't be good. It'd be whatever. And there are plenty of video games that are fine, but you know, one of the things that misses the attention to detail is, you know, a pop-in soundtrack.
Do you think that it would have been more costly to like have not every Disney World, but like most of them just be, hey, we pulled a track, like a popular track from the movie and we gamified it? Like I feel like it might end up costing them more in the long run, but like
probably.
I also feel like, you know, in a way it's good that that's not the route they went. Like it works in some occasions, like you know, Winnie the Pooh and This Is Halloween, Under the Sea. But I think it's nice to like get to, you know, make new memories, make a new nostalgia for the future with some of these, you know, beautiful tracks that are composed originally for the game.
Yeah, when it works, it really works, and I really value the like the choice, the very clear choice that Yoko made, and not just doing that. I don't know if that was an option,
right?
But still, it was like a choice where they were like, we're not going to mimic it. We're going to make something that fits in that world.
Yeah.
And a really good example of when it works and when it doesn't work is, you know, Under the Sea is fun, and it, you know, it won an Oscar, and it is a famous piece of music, and it's delightful. As a world theme, it gets really grating after
That's true. That's true. Because it's like, hey, that was not designed to play like ambiently as you explore, you know, a space for 2 hours or so.
Right. But Isn't It Lovely is one of the best songs on the soundtrack.
Yeah. The song that calls itself out as being good and beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, and then, you know, later on in that same game, you hear Under the Sea in part of your world in a context closer to what they were written for.
Yeah,
and that's a good call. You know, yeah, it was a good call. And then sometimes, like with Let It Go and Do You Want to Build a Snowman, it's just kind of bizarre and off-putting. Particularly, Do You Want to Build a Snowman?
Yeah, we just have like 7 waveforms activated at once, sensory overload. It makes you wonder if, like you were saying, if Shimomura had that choice, or if it was like we have this directive passed down to her saying, you know, you have to just like make an arrangement of this pre-existing track, or like is there
David
a version?
No.
Yeah, he probably would. But like, do you think there's a version of not a version of This Is Halloween, but like a Halloween Town Feel theme that's not based on the Danny Elfman song that like Shimomura made?
She did talk about it in the Ultimania, and I'm so sorry, David, I don't have the exact wording, but she did talk about that there was an effort to not replicate it. So I don't know if there was like an allotment of things that she could pull from. And some of these songs are like, I imagine some of them were easier to license in terms of the overall licensing structure deal that Disney had with them. So I don't really know.
Yeah.
If anyone out there works with Disney and knows how the corporate in-house licensing works for stuff that they own,
yeah,
let me know. Have you, speaking of what happened though with David and Yoko, have you ever met a hero like that?
Talking to him right now, man.
Where?
On Discord, on my Discord app.
You are so full of shit.
You are the closest thing I have to a hero in the community. You know that.
What are you talking about? First of all, we did
What?
not know each other until we
Okay.
met in Requiem.
It's fine.
And didn't know who each other were.
We're not allowed to
for
make
a
new
while.
heroes?
And then when you met me, you didn't like me.
For like
So
a day.
how am I one of your heroes?
I
That doesn't
changed
make
my
any
mind.
sense.
Shut up and drink your tea, all right? Pipe down. That's the big idea.
Ugh, it's hot.
No, I mean, meeting a hero, I don't have many. I think I've learned a lot of hard lessons, growing up as someone that was like a fan of like, comedians that ended up doing some bad stuff, or like internet personalities that ended up saying some bad things. So
Louis C.K.
yeah, there you go. There's a big one. So I like tend to keep, celebrity figures at arm's length, but like, these
That's
are not
smart.
like, right. But these are not like A-list celebrities. Like these are, niche, internet or video game celebrities. But even still, I would like to meet, like, I wouldn't say no to it, but I also like wouldn't even know what to say to people that work on this kind of stuff besides like, thank you. I really like XYZ part. Like I always think about meeting someone that I really like, and like, what would I say besides just being kind of a dorky fan? I don't know. I don't want any influence on anything. I just like, hey, you're doing a good job. Keep it up, and I'll be on my way. Yeah.
I had an experience recently where I met someone who I'm a big hero/fan of. I'll tell the story and then I'll tie it in with another call that we've got coming up. But I am a huge fan of Steven Universe. Huge fan of Steven Universe. I know that like it's not everyone's cup of tea. That's cool. You're probably an asshole, whatever. But it's God, I just love that show, and I always have, and I've always been a big fan of its creator, Rebecca Sugar. And Rebecca worked on Adventure Time, and they're this really talented artist, but also like musician, and they've been dabbling in doing personal music outside of their animated shows for the past couple of years. And they had an album release party in Los Angeles, kind of near LA. And so Alex and I went a couple of weeks ago, and there was a signing, and I got to go to it. And the album was great, and it was unrelated to Steven, but still, like it was nice to hear something from someone that you really respect.
Yeah.
And I got to meet Rebecca at the signing, and I had a couple of art books, and they were very strict about what they would let you bring to sign. And if it was from outside the event, you had to pay a fee and yada, yada, yada. But I was telling Rebecca, I was like, your work has always meant a lot to me. And I really loved Steven from, the moment that it started. And I don't want to get into it if you're watching it for the first time or if you plan to watch it. But essentially, the show is about this boy named Steven, who is a half human, half gem hybrid. Gems are these extraterrestrial creatures that are kind of like magical girls that are powered by gemstones, yada, yada, yada. And his mother died bringing him into the world, for lack of a better term. And so his whole, like, a big part of the show is dealing with his mom's legacy, despite the fact that he never knew who she was. Like, he never, like, met her. And the finale in particular really kind of wraps that up. And about, I would say like a month before the finale, my mom died. And I had always loved the show. And my mom actually was very fond of it too, because she thought that Steven and I look alike. And so she thought it was funny to just like litter the house with this cartoon character that she thought looked like me.
Yeah.
But then, she died, and then it like recontextualized the show for me. And it really helped me in a way that nothing else did, because it was very much like, when you're gone, you're gone. Like, you need to stop focusing on that and focus more on like the impact of the present and being mindful. Anyway, I got to explain all of this in a much more succinct way to Rebecca, and like they grabbed my hand and they were like so sweet, and they autographed my art books, and then in one of them they drew Steven in one, and then they drew Steven's mom in the other.
Oh.
And signed it to me, and I was just like, oh, and I've been thinking about it for weeks.
God damn it. That's
it was just so sweet. It was so nice.
Oh man, that is so nice.
I'm excited because there's a new Steven spinoff that's coming.
Yeah. I saw you guys talking
Amazon.
about that a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be fun. But speaking of meeting your heroes, we have another call.
Oh my God. I actually don't know who this one's going to be.
I know. I'm so excited.
PJ, can I just say, I think you asked me to ask a couple of people, and I totally forgot to extend the invitation. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you could still ask them, and then we'll hold space at the end for anyone that we
Sure.
get after we record.
Sure, yeah.
Because there are some people who I asked who just didn't do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I don't want to wait any longer.
Okay,
but
we'll
yeah,
touch base on
let
that.
me...
Cool.
All right, so speaking of meeting your heroes, we're going to play this little bad boy.
Okay.
Hey everyone and everything, I'm 2C Phoenix.
yeah.
I adore Kingdom Hearts. There are so many moments from across the games that have brought me to actual tears, but my most treasured memory from the series is from just about a year ago.
I have some fun news in terms of good KH content, some good fucking content. I just found this video a couple days ago from 2C Phoenix. I have the utmost faith in this person to create good fucking content about KH1.
I had to cut that way down. He went on for like 7 straight minutes. Maybe a bit conceited that I'd choose someone else's glowing review of my own content as my favorite, but in addition to making me weep sea salty tears, this moment really did start a chain reaction of events that have led to me being accepted into a community unlike any other. I've come to meet so many genuine and kind people, and I am counting the days until I can meet you all again at Reconnect next year.
Oh, man.
Oh.
He just had to do it to me. I love
had
that
to do
guy.
it to him.
I know I said you were my hero, but he's catching up really fast.
It's fine. I don't need that kind of pressure and responsibility. If
You don't want that label from me, I don't think.
Absolutely.
You've seen what happened to my previous heroes.
Oh my god, puke.
Yeah, I mean, I can only speak the warmest of warm praises for 2C Phoenix. Like, you know, the content creator that we need and certainly do not deserve. But all that to say, yeah, Phoenix is just like these lightning in a bottle. But like this guy that like he has lightning in a bottle, and they just keep casting Sandaga in the bottle, and he keeps like pushing out these bangers, man.
Yeah.
Like every
LED.
single one. Yeah, it's amazing. If you haven't, I'm sure we've talked about Phoenix before on the podcast.
Yeah, that's why I invited him to crash.
Yeah.
I invited people that we talked about.
Right. You need to go watch his stuff if you haven't. Like, I can't imagine too many people that are, you know, familiar with me or the pod that have not, you know, become privy to Phoenix's stuff. But that's the person to watch right now.
Mm-hmm. And very sweet.
Yeah. Great guy.
Yeah. Cool parents.
I met his parents. Great parents.
Kind of brag about it, bringing your parents to Reconnect, rubbing
Stop
on my
it,
face, but that's fine.
Stop it.
Anyway, even though this is a little different than what we've been usually doing, I think that there's still some uncovered territory with Kingdom Hearts, and I think that we should talk about it a little bit.
Sure.
So, like, what happened after Melody of Memory? You know?
Yeah.
Let me tell you. There was a little bit of a leak. NVIDIA servers basically saying like, oh, maybe Kingdom Hearts 4 is on the way, and maybe there's a
big day.
Maybe there's something else happening.
Yeah.
But that got shut down pretty quickly. People saw it and they disregarded it.
Right.
There was also an announcement that there was going to be a big event for Kingdom Hearts' 20th anniversary in April of 2022. I know the anniversary is in March, but the event was in April. And that, you know, there would be lots of fun and some announcements and all of that good stuff. Well, as it goes, I was on an airplane when it was happening. I was leaving New York City. I was sitting down. I was boarding the plane when all hell broke loose.
Right.
And I got to watch the trailer once. I got to watch it as it was posted, and then I took off and had to sit with no internet in silence.
Yeah.
Just like,
God, that is like sensory deprivation, you know? That's like, okay, I have to sit with this?
Yeah, sitting at the front of the plane with my boyfriend at the time who did not understand what was going on.
Right.
And just looking at my phone like, I can't get it back. I can't reload it. I can't listen to it. I don't have headphones right now. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the music was. I don't know, you know. Anyway, the trailer was 20th anniversary. It announced the end of Dark Road. It announced a new mobile game called Kingdom Hearts Missing Link that took place in the Missing Link era, which is between Union Cross and Dark Road. And it also announced that Kingdom Hearts 4 was officially in development.
Yep, big day.
It was a huge deal, big day.
Hasn't been a big day since.
That's it. That's kind of where it died.
Yeah.
I would actually, you know, in a lot of ways, I would argue that Sora getting announced for Smash was a much bigger deal.
Yeah, I mean, I think that reaches more people, I think that's...
and more people wanted it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's probably true, because people fell off after 3 or even before 3, but no one fell off of the idea of getting this, iconic character in this ultimate crossover.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk a little bit about Missing Link.
Yeah.
Missing Link was supposed to be a mobile GPS gacha game, kind of in the vein of games like Pokemon Go, that used augmented reality, wherein your character would explore various worlds using Google Maps of your own neighborhood that would be overlaid with Disney maps and original world maps, and you would play your own custom Keyblade character, later implied to be your original character from Key, brought over to your new timeline. And it would explore Keyblade societies that helped form and build Scala ad Caelum, and answer a bunch of previously unanswered questions across the entire series.
Yeah, not just that era, but like presumably stuff, in games that were set way in the future from the Missing Link era.
Right. One of the reasons why it was called Missing Link was because it was supposed to be filling in all of the missing links.
Yep.
Yeah, so that, I'm going to be honest, and maybe this is just me being biased from my own circles and where I was at the time. The game was almost universally, hated. Like, the idea of doing another mobile game.
Yeah.
The vast majority of the Kingdom Hearts, and there are a lot of mobile game fans, and there were a lot of people, including me, that were very excited for Missing Link.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of very vocal people praying for its downfall.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want it to fail. I just, I look at something like that and I go, well, that is not ideal, but if that's what they need to do to deliver, story points and give us some stuff to tide us over, it's not ideal, but I'll take it. I met it with a sense of cautious apathy, I would say. I had no strong feelings toward it. It's sad what happened, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I was excited for it. I was baffled, though, because it was very clear to me that the mobile game market was not doing well outside of Japan. And it never really has. It has never really been as successful in a lot of different areas as it has been in Japan. Right. But moreover, games like Pokemon Go work because the premise is that you go out into the wild and collect monsters.
It was so... one for one with the idea, the premise of Pokemon.
Yeah, that's not what Kingdom Hearts is.
No, that'd be tough to replicate.
And a lot of what would have been interesting about it was kind of, I don't know, cut at the root, because even being able to play with your friends, that was all fake. That was automated. That wasn't really done in real time. And everybody hates a gacha. Nobody wants to spend all of that money for fucking statues.
Yeah.
So I don't know. People weren't happy with it. Unicross had gotten very predatory by the end.
Yeah, and that's the worst part of all of this. Right?
Yeah.
If it means for the good of the the health of the industry that Missing Link failed, I think if we're looking back in 20 years, if this marks the sort of downtrend of the gacha style of game, then I say a worthy sacrifice. But in terms of the fandom, it's a huge hit. It's one that I think impacts maybe not the development of KH4, but what ends up being explored in that game. It's definitely set us for a different course than we were on. And I think ultimately for worse, in terms of getting the fullest vision of what Nomura wanted to deliver to us.
Yeah, news was sparse. Beta tests kept getting pushed back. It was basically dead in the water. People played it. Some people had fun. Some people hated it. There were more predatory practices that were woven into the game that could be seen from a mile away. And not just money, but data. In order to get some of the pieces, you had to travel a long way.
Yeah.
And you had to do it in real time. And basically, the game was built for people who commute, so they could keep their phone on as they're commuting.
Right.
And I'm not accusing Square Enix of anything, but that kind of technology, they're tracking your everything, where you go, what you do.
Yeah.
In order to sell you more things.
Yeah, they can build a profile on you based on you trying to get statues and Missing Link. That's crazy.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, these profiles of you are like, if you have a smartphone, the jig is up. Like,
Right, yeah, it's already...
These things already exist, but...
TikTok knows what you want to eat for every meal.
I mean, dick, but it's still pretty predatory.
I know Esper didn't bring dick to the table here for us. We have no spotted dick at the tea party.
Look at the second layer.
Okay, of course.
Did you fuck this cake? Anyway. But yeah, it kept getting delayed, and then eventually they announced that it had been canceled. And it was kind of unprecedented for Kingdom Hearts because there had been games that had been canceled in Kingdom Hearts before, but none that had been publicly announced. Like none that had been tested and had the public eye. And like we're talking like years and years of development, years of money poured into it. It was a substantially finished product by the time it was canceled.
It was pretty ready to go.
And it's gone, and who knows if it will ever come back in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, at this point, we're what, like 3 months out from the cancellation? Or 2? Like, I don't even know. I've totally lost track.
It happened in May, June?
May? Oh, okay. So, yeah, like, I don't know. I feel weird about the fact that, like, we've gotten no follow-up on just, like, I don't expect, like, huge announcements, but, like, nothing even really suggesting what's going to happen with this thing.
Yeah, I don't think we will until 4 is signed, sealed, delivered.
Yeah,
because I don't think they're working on a follow-up. I don't think that they're porting it. I don't think that they're
No, I don't either. Not right now.
Because the Kingdom Hearts team was not like yes, people from the Kingdom Hearts team were coming and going from it, but it was not what they were working on. It was a mobile division that was working on this game within Square Enix, and they are shutting down most of their mobile games. They're pretty much all gone at this point, except for a couple of them. And internationally, I think they're all gone except for Ever Crisis.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're doing with those staff. It is not in Japanese culture to have mass layoffs. Maybe they'll be repurposed to something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope it's fun. But it it really upsets me as a Kingdom Hearts fan because we were spoiled for a long time with yearly releases of something.
Mm-hmm.
And as the cancellation was drawing closer and closer, and we weren't aware of what was happening, but like the blood was in the water, a lot of people were like banging the drum saying like, this is the worst it's ever been. We have had no substantial news for years. We have had nothing playable for years. And a lot of people were like, oh, it's fine. Let them cook. And like, okay, fine. But if you've been around that long and you're used to like, even if it's just the remixes, something happening every year, since like 2009, 2008, 2006 even, then that's like something is wrong.
Yeah.
And it's clear that Missing Link was supposed to come out a long time ago and that its updates should have carried us through the past couple of years until Kingdom Hearts 4. I totally believe that was going to be
it was going to be this era's Union Cross as that was to KH3.
Yeah. And they decided not to do that. And I don't know if the answer to that is going to be like, we will do more games in the series, or if we should just stop expecting side games and mobile things and only get a main release every 5 years,
Yeah.
That's pretty bleak to me, I have to say.
It really is. Like, I think part of it to blame is the death of the handheld,
Yeah.
We don't have that. I mean, obviously the Switch is a thing still, but you don't have like these little side venues for stuff anymore besides the fucking phone, because everyone has one. So you have a built-in install base, and it's just, but there's such a lower bar for what can be successful on that platform.
Yeah, they want something as ubiquitous as like the DS was.
Right. And we're just, I think we're past that, and we're not going to get that ever again, I don't think.
No, and everything is too expensive now. So like getting new consoles, like, if you miss the boat, like PlayStation 5 was so rare, like they were going for $1,000 a pop when they came out. And now they're not that expensive, but they've raised the price again.
Right.
And Switch is like, it's just all really bleak.
It's not the best state of affairs.
I'm fine with having AA Kingdom Hearts games.
Me too.
I don't need this shit.
And by AA, I mean, I'll put AA batteries in a fucking Tiger Electronic if it gives us something to do. God damn.
Absolutely.
I'll take Classic Kingdoms. Give me a game and watch.
Oh my god. That would be so much fun.
Please. Something.
Yeah. Yeah. And at the end there's a little cutscene unlocked and you're like, oh my god.
Ah, Jesus, it's so important.
It's important to the lore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the good news of that though is that it came coupled with a bunch of new screenshots of Kingdom Hearts 4.
Mm-hmm.
For some people, this was not looked upon with optimism. In fact, it was just viewed as strictly shitty damage control.
Right. And it certainly was damage control.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, because that's just what you should do in that situation. It makes sense.
Yeah, it was a little jingling of the keyblades for sure above our little baby heads.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of people, the people who were mad about it, were also mad because it was not substantial in terms of an update. It was the same areas that we had seen from probably from the same scenes
cycle of
part of the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna maybe cancel a game, you need to give us the good version of that, right? Like you gave us the Heartless site, we also need the Nobody for this news.
Yeah,
stuff.
And because Square Enix recently announced a restructuring that they're in the middle of, and that they're not doing any major releases for a while, and that there are already a couple of major releases that we know are also in development, people are not optimistic about the future of Kingdom Hearts. In particular, a lot of people don't think that Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming out anytime soon. And they also don't think that Kingdom Hearts 4 will come out before Final Fantasy VII Part 3, which is possible, but I think that presumption is really kind of baseless.
Yeah, I mean, I get, I'm someone who's key to happiness is low expectations, so I go in assuming the worst. So I've already made my peace with that. But we at the time of recording, we had maybe a week or not even a full week ago, there was some news from, not news per se, but a statement that things are progressing. At least they're not. It doesn't seem like they're scrambling with it. I mean, at least they're not showing it on their face.
Some people don't believe that.
Sure, and I get that. I mean, it's not like PR is going to come out and say, it's really fucked up right now. We're really trying to get this thing moving.
Yeah. Now that we're not in the gummy ship anymore, I'm gonna be a bit of a downer.
Uh-oh.
I understand that a lot of people, they look at the worst case scenario as a means of protecting themselves from eventuality of disappointment, and that's fine. Yeah. And I also know that it very well could be that Part 3 will come out before 4. Yeah, absolutely. Of course it's a possibility. But to be oh man, Kingdom Hearts 4, we're doomed. It's not coming out for years and years. It'll be just 3, which we waited whatever. I'm God, shut the fuck up.
No, yeah, I don't project this feeling out there. I'm not trying to Debbie Downer anybody. It's to protect my own my own peace.
I mean, it's kind of doomer discourse, which I'm
sure.
I get very tired of very quickly.
Yeah.
And I also kind of get tired of the old guard that just won't shut the fuck up about how much they hate where the series is, and they're probably going to hate where it's going, and they don't know why they're still around. Girl, me neither. If you don't like it, that's fine. And if you like the old stuff and you're sad that the new stuff isn't the same as what you liked about the old stuff, I totally get it. But God, every fucking conversation, I'm just so sick of it. Just let the game be what it is, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah, right. We're talking about something that hasn't happened yet.
Okay, Marvel. Okay, Star Wars. Fine.
Yeah, I'm really willing
Avatar.
to see where it goes.
Let's just see what happens.
Yeah, I have an open mind and heart.
Was great in Kingdom Hearts 3. Tron was great in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
Just
big swings.
Just let it do whatever the fuck it does.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Let them cook and then
very
eat it.
rarely have they, presented a property in a game and been and I've been oh, this didn't work. There's been some head scratchers where I'm oh, why'd they pick this instead of that? But it's not like they took a shot and completely biffed it,
Yeah.
World selection wise, you can have the conversation, but in terms of what they end up executing, it's all pretty solid.
Yeah.
So I have faith.
Anyway. Let's move on from some of this doomer talk, because this is where we're at. Kingdom Hearts 4, who knows? Missing Link got canceled. I don't want to talk about Missing Link anymore. It's fine. It happened. Let's hear from a new guest.
Can I just say before we move on, I wanted to just talk about briefly my experience with the KH4 news dropping, the fact that the game was coming out. I had been, I streamed it and I was, flabbergasted, and it was, an amazing moment. But I had just started dating regular GF maybe a week prior to that.
True.
So it was a huge week for me. It was W after W. I got a girlfriend and KH4 is confirmed. Oh, it was a magical time. That's all.
I remember that happening and everybody freaking out about it, and I couldn't be with everyone.
Yeah.
And because I couldn't hear the audio, it wasn't clear to me if it was Hades at the end of 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I was like, is it Hades? Is it like, so who, what was it? What was the music? Who was talking?
Yeah. Dude, I was like, so I was streaming it and I was like, preoccupied with the chat and like just kind of, again, sensory overload. I think I missed the part where like you saw the blue flames. So I just saw like red and orange flames and I was like, Axel? Like I was so confused. I had to go back and get reconfirmed that, that was Hades, obviously.
Attention to detail is not
yeah.
forte,
Well, that's never,
fine.
it's never been one of my perception stat is not very high.
Mm-hmm.
But you know who's
what
is?
A good story.
Our next guest.
Yeah, what a great palate cleanser from all of the doomerism from 4 and Missing Link. Let's hear from another friend. Caller, you're on.
Hey, this is Sonny Novus. And gee, what a question. I think my favorite memory with Kingdom Hearts is playing the best game in the series, the Kingdom Hearts Missing Link beta. I know it's crazy. It sucks that you guys will never be able to play it. I'm kidding. I think my favorite memory is discovering the final mix versions of the Kingdom Hearts games for the first time. I live in the UK, of course, and not even Reach Into Memories came out over here. So when we heard stories on the internet about this mysterious man clad in shining armor in this deserted landscape, it was like, what is that? I have no idea what that is. And my friends and I spent countless hours in the night bypassing the PS2's region locking with something called SWAT Magic, if you remember that back in the day. So shout outs to SWAT Magic and shout outs to Pat and PJ for having me on. Thanks.
Thanks, Sonny.
Oh, Sonny Novus, everybody.
Again, you gotta check out Sonny Novus's channel.
That's fine.
It's really good. It's cool.
Whatever.
My audio might be bad, by the way. I just had to move my mic.
No, it's okay. Could you move it even farther away? So far from your mouth.
In terms of the final mix stuff, yeah, like obviously Sonny had it worst, being in Europe for that. But even in America, I just remember like reading about these little changes they were making in these games that I loved so much. And I just felt so annoyed and frustrated at the limitations of technology that I couldn't like experience those quickly. Like it's not even a thing where you can talk to your mom and be like, Mom, can you like get me, the Japanese PS2 and a Japanese copy of this game so I can fight, Xemnas at the end of KH1. It was always so alluring and mysterious, and a part of that is the fog of childhood, but it was also just the reality of limitations back then, and like the very primitive internet with these grainy screenshots and recordings of these new things being implemented. Really magical stuff.
I remember kind of learning about Missing Link, kind of learning about Final Mix and learning about a lot of the Kingdom Hearts online culture like at the same time. I played it and I liked it. So I went in search of it. And of course the world kind of opened up to me. And it was still very early, like God, why do I keep want to call him Missing Link? Final Mix had just come out. So I remember being like, wait, what? And then like eventually finding clips and then part of the clips being in English and being like, wait, what? And for a long time, because my internet was so shitty and this was before high-speed internet for a lot of places, like I had AOL.
Yeah.
It took me like days to download the secret ending.
Yeah.
And when I got it, it had the opening music from Final Fantasy VIII playing over it.
Oh.
And not the original music. So for like years, I just didn't know what it played.
Dude, I have a very similar experience with that. The first time I saw the KH1FM secret ending, there was a Linkin Park song playing over it.
You know what? I mean, a lot of Linkin Park in the era, a lot of Fort Minor had launched at that point. So there were like a lot of Kingdom Hearts 1 secret ending, Final Mix, Linkin Park, Fort Minor, just, oh my God.
Yeah.
The birth of emo and Kingdom Hearts had a really interesting kind of...
Yeah, they're twins.
Absolutely. I really don't think you could have one without the other. I think Skrillex is proof of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, what a time. What an absolute time. And it's so funny to think that they just didn't give it to anybody else for over a decade. Like no one else got these games.
Yeah. I was so excited when they announced it was coming to PS3 back in 2012, was it? When they announced it, at least? Yeah.
It pissed my pants. I was so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I didn't fight, Unknown or Lingering Will until 2013, 2014.
Me too.
That's
I
how
didn't
it is
do
for most
any
of
Final
us in
Mix shit
America.
until then. Yeah, nothing. And of course, people in Europe didn't have Rechain of Memories until then either.
Yeah. Yeah, at
So,
least we
like-
got it in 2007 or 8.
Yeah, that's probably why we didn't get Missing Link.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bastards. Bastards. Bastards.
Rafiki's paw curls.
Not Rafiki.
He's a monkey.
You could have said Power Wild or Sniper Wild
like
or
Rafiki.
Bouncy Wild. Oh my god. If you like him, why you cutting his hand off?
Sorry, Rafiki.
Oh Lord. Good Lord. You wanna play another clip before we move on to the next thing we should talk about?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I think this one is nice considering what we just talked about.
Oh.
Hi, Pat. Hi, PJ. This is your new
hi.
fiance. I would say one of my most memorable moments from the Kingdom Hearts series was literally sobbing at the age of 12, probably, to the final cutscene in Kingdom Hearts 1. Absolutely bawled. Sora and Kyrie at the end, too many tears, I had a sad face that day, unfortunately. I know this is no sad face, but I did have one. But truly just iconic, and I love them both. And love you both.
Oh.
Enjoy your podcast.
I love her too.
Aww. Yeah, it took her 2 weeks to record that.
Listen, I bothered her basically every day. I was like, you just do it while I'm streaming. So if you're like nervous about it, I won't hear it until I won't hear it until
told
right
her.
now. Yeah.
I said, just wait till Pat's done streaming and then do it when he's right there.
No, I said do it when I'm not there because I feel like she was self-conscious about.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
But that was
Got
a great.
it.
I mean, I knew that would be her moment because that's like the one that she always comes back to, talking about. I think like top 3 emotional RF reactions to media is, and I wasn't present for the KH1 one. I only just started talking to her before we were dating when she beat Final Fantasy X, and then we were playing It Takes Two, and she sobbed uncontrollably during a portion of It Takes Two. So I think those are her locked in 3. The ending of KH1 is. I regret that I played that game I don't regret it, but like I wish I could have experienced the ending at a later age because I played it as like a shitty little boy. You know what I mean? Like, so the first time I saw it, like
You're still
my
a
heart,
shitty little boy.
well,
Pat.
yeah, but I can feel emotion in a way that I couldn't at that age.
Oh,
You know what I
can't
mean?
relate, but I love you. I cannot relate to that. I'm so sorry.
That's fair.
This is the gap in our emotional intelligence, I guess. But here's the thing: I was chronically depressed.
Yeah,
straight out the womb.
Totally fair.
So
I think to a degree, like toxic masculinity unwillingly played a part in my lack of an emotional reaction to.
Meanwhile,
the KH1
I'm
secret
singing
ending.
Over the Rainbow
Not
in a
secret.
basement.
Yeah,
wearing glass slippers and
see,
coloring.
that's why we're an extremely powerful duo now because we had these different experiences and we can
And
bring them
I'm
together.
the toxically masculine one now.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So much hair. It's everywhere. You wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. When I beat the first game, I talked about this in our first episode, but I played it when my parents got divorced, and I could only play it on weekends because my dad had the PS2.
Right.
And we would rent the game, and I was bad at it. So it took me like almost a year to beat it. And I was finally at the end, and I remember my dad had like already moved apartments like 2 or 3 times at this point. And he came in one night, and I was like, I know I'm near the end. He's like, if you beat it, tell me, because after all this shit, I want to see what actually happens. At the end.
Right.
And then I beat it, and then it got to the point of no return, and I was like, Dad, I beat it, Dad. And then he was busy in the front room, and he never came in. And I couldn't pause it because in the original game, you can't pause it at the end.
You still can't pause
it
like
plays.
the big FMV where their hands break apart.
Yeah. Well, I guess that was the problem, and I couldn't. And so it continued. And also, my copy of the game at that point bugged.
Oh no.
And so I did beat the game, but it froze in the middle of the credits.
Oh my god. So you didn't even.
So I had no idea. I never got to see the little interstitials
scenes from the Disney. Yeah.
Didn't see those, and I didn't get to see the epilogue.
Oh god. Or your battle report.
or my battle
It
report.
would have told you how many times
No
you
idea.
died, how many times you cured,
A
or whatever.
lot.
Yeah.
The game was like, we ran out of numbers.
Yeah, that's it. It ran
We
over.
got a crash.
It was integer overflow.
So that's how that went.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. But I there's nothing beats that feeling. Nothing beat that first game and the market left. And when I'd finished it, I was like, because, you know, like if you rent a game as a kid or if you try a game for the first time or whatever and you play it and you're done with it, you're like, that was cool. That was whatever.
Yeah.
Or I didn't like it or whatever. And you can walk away from it.
Right.
And I could not walk away.
No.
So it didn't have to hear me say, please be blah, 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 blah.
And speaking of, I wanted to say, and I say this every time this ending comes up, but that first when that hits, when their hands break apart, like if I see that right now, it will hit me harder than it did when I first beat the game all those years ago. Like it still hits.
Yeah. And like the overwhelming like loneliness of like everything is fixed except for us.
Right. Yeah.
Oh
God.
Horrible.
And you're literally isolated on this little sandy island as it drifts back home.
Yeah.
But,
I think that's why I could never hate Kyrie, because her moments are few and far between, but those emotional beats of like this is where I leave you with this.
Mm-hmm.
It hits in 1 and 2 and 3. Like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
And in terms of like, you know, the emotional moments with Kingdom Hearts, I've been talking about this the whole show, but my boyfriend and I have been playing the series together. His first time. He beat Kingdom Hearts 3 a couple of days ago. And we haven't done Remind yet, but he was like totally ambivalent at that point about the end of 3. Yeah. But I will say, he did have a moment in the series that made him like cry.
He
kind of welled up a bit with Xehanort and Ericus at the end.
Oh,
but
okay.
He had a moment earlier in the series that like, I looked and he had tears rolling down his face.
And
do you want to guess what it is? Or
well, it's not the KH1 ending.
No.
Could you give me a game? Will it give it away if you give me the game?
It was Birth by Sleep.
It's got to be blank points then, right? When they're all saying Sora and Aqua
No, it was not. It wasn't blank points. No.
Ericus dying? If he has a soft spot for Ericus.
No.
Having to escort Jacques in the Castle of Dreams, I cried during that.
Close, but no.
Okay. When you say close, are you being serious? It's the Castle of Dreams?
No.
Okay.
No,
what the fuck? It can't be Lee and Isa, right? With Ven?
No, it's
yeah, go ahead.
It's Sora accepting Ven in his heart and being like an empath and saving him at the very end.
Yeah, that is a good one. That is very beautiful.
It really got Alex because he was like, "Oh, friendship, childhood innocence, big selfless empathy." It gets me every time, and I'm like,
"That is good stuff."
Cool. Yeah, cool. Could be me.
Yeah. Somewhere over there.
I know. I was like, "Gay." Good morning. Good morning.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That should be my 4th survey video is moments in the series that made you cry. We'll see what wins.
You know what? Speaking of surveys.
Yeah.
Just want to tell everybody now, we're leaving a nice chunky little survey.
Oh yeah.
Down below. It's going to have questions about the future of the show, and I think that's what we should talk about next is the show.
Sure.
We should talk a little bit about how it went, what we think, what we're thinking. I want to start off with saying, I want to issue some retractions here, if that's okay.
Spicy.
Yeah. So here's some things that we were wrong about. Apparently, we were wrong about Dwarf Woodlands being the demo track song for Melody of Memory.
Well, when you say we, that was me. I remember saying that.
I think I said it too. I think we both...
I think maybe I said it. I think you co-signed it. I could have sworn it was one of the Field or Battle themes. It's not?
It's Enchanted Dominion. That's where we were wrong.
No. I know that. That was one of the... Oh, wait. Was that the co-op one?
I said Dwarf Woodlands.
Oh, okay.
But I think it was... Either way, apparently it was wrong.
Okay.
And I'm acknowledging it. And if I'm wrong again about it being wrong, that means I was right all along.
Yeah.
Suck all of my dicks.
Yeah.
Thing I was also wrong about. Melody of Memory was not announced at that direct. It had been announced at the Kingdom Hearts 2020 trailer. And they had a truncated trailer after for the direct that had a longer version after. So
I see.
It all happened very quickly together in my mind, so I apologize.
See,
I was
like,
wrong about
I
that.
remember it coming from the direct. I wonder if I literally wasn't aware until then. That'd be
I
hard to
don't know.
imagine. What was the
I
gap?
don't know.
Like, what was the turnaround between, do you know?
A couple months.
A couple months. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think I literally did not know. And I mean, that was 2020, so I wasn't like in the thick of it in terms of the community at that point. But
Yeah.
I think I might have found out from the direct. So,
Well, now we know.
Yeah.
Thanks, Otto. You're a real one.
Thanks, Otto. Thanks a lot,
The
Otto.
show was.
Can you play? Can I send you the Pajama Sam clip?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hell yeah.
Thanks a lot, Otto.
If I get copyright hit for that, I'm going to kill you.
I don't think you'll get copyright hit for Pajama Sam.
Has the copyright lapsed? Is it public domain now?
No, it's not public domain, but it's 2 seconds, not even.
Well, the show, I think, was good. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, me too.
In a lot of ways, I think that it surpassed my expectations.
Oh, 100%. I really didn't expect, the audience that we have for this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very thankful and surprised and blown away by the support.
Yeah, and I never expected us to win a Million Dreams Award, let alone be nominated at this
Certainly
point.
not the first go.
And it was really nice though, and I meant everything I said in that initial speech. Like,
Yeah,
it is really difficult sometimes to find, even in a community, even with the thing that everybody loves. If
Sure.
if we're united for that common purpose, it could still be hard to find people that you fuck with.
yeah, 100%. I agree.
I've been here for 20 years, and I did not find people that, like, a good solid group that I was like, God, I love our group of friends.
Yeah,
Until I found Requiem.
I
And
mean,
there are a
same
couple
here.
people that I would be okay with losing for Requiem at this point. But I
Looking
think for
at
the
you,
most
David
part,
and Esper, get out.
straight out the gate, our first guests.
Yeah.
This is your retirement party.
We're making layoffs in
Yeah.
season 2.
Yeah, and we don't pay one of you. So
Yeah,
that's how you know it's real bad.
that's how you know it's David.
We could never lose David. Are you kidding me?
No, we'd be
Or
screwed.
Esper.
No, we'd be screwed.
Just incredible. In fact, they should take over for us.
I think honestly, let's see us do the art and the music, which honestly, you'd be fine with at least half of that.
Yeah, you could do it. It'd have to be all rap.
Yeah, we'll have rap intros and outros, but we'll make it happen.
Yeah, and the video editing.
Yeah, that too. Sheesh.
I think we could do it.
They're so good though.
Yeah.
Love those guys.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what we cook up for the future if we do another season.
Yeah. Gotta fill out that survey. Let us know.
Hopefully in the future, if we do more, we can involve more people, have more guests on. Having Jane in the first part was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And kind of perfect for what that was at that
Absolutely.
time. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I would have done differently. I think there are things, if we go to a second season, and maybe this is just the fun, like, brain
brainstorm.
I don't know, brainstorm, brain sprinkle,
Mhm.
more of a situation. But yeah, there are things from the first season that I don't think that we have to carry over, because it was more about kind of establishing a rapport.
Right. I think that was, our building blocks for, just getting to have conversations about the series. It's a very easy, entry point for people. It's like, okay, well, they're going to talk about XYZ game. And that was a good format. I don't think we need to carry forward with like, hey, 10 minutes on this, 10 minutes on that, yada, yada. Like, it worked. It helped us get here. Thank you format. I think we'll take it from here,
Yeah. The original plan for this show at the time was 13 episodes. The 13th episode was supposed to be
Missing Link. Yeah.
And there were 2 plans. Either one, it would be out and we would be able to talk about it, and that's where we would leave it. Or 2, we would just have Sunny and Damo come on and talk about their experiences with it, and then be like, da-da-da-da-da-da, bye.
And somehow we didn't plan for option 3. We're no Xehanorts. We did not plan for every eventuality.
I should have.
No.
In fact, I think that if we hadn't made this podcast, Missing Link would have come out.
Yeah, I think if I didn't make that reference in that rap song about I hope it gets canceled, I think it probably would have come out.
This is absolutely your fault.
Yeah.
Well, you got to be careful. That's what killed Tupac.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what they say. He died not long before I was born.
God, I hate you so much.
Thank God.
Next, you're going to be like, oh yeah, Left Eye was my grandmother.
Let me get the fact check on Tupac here. Yeah, September 13th.
Sure,
that's a month and a week before I was born.
What year?
So,
96?
96, yeah.
God.
Sorry.
The only comfort I have in this weary world is that you're turning 30 next year.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I mean, the rest of your body, it's already...
The rest of my body is over the hill, dude.
Can't wait for middle-aged Pat. It's going to be so fun.
Well, I'm basically there, bud.
Yeah, you're going to start going by Rick.
Yeah. I could work with that. Regular Rick. Got that, you got the little alliteration.
I hate it. I'll be dead by then, though. So do I.
Sure, yeah. You don't have to see it.
Default part, just blah. So I don't know if we do another season. Do you think? Okay, for one thing, this is going to be on the survey for sure.
Yeah.
Do we change up how frequently we post? Probably not, right? Like 2 weeks feels good.
That feels good to me. I feel like it's a good turnaround to get feedback and to have time to think about what we're going to be discussing next.
Yeah, I don't know about the day, though. The only reason why we post Saturday is because of March Caprice. Like, that started when we posted.
Right.
And I don't know if it's the best day.
Yeah, I mean, let us know if you would rather it. I know a lot of people like having something to listen to, like on, commute home or to work. So, obviously,
Mondays
Saturday's
are
not...
popular.
Yeah, Monday's a good day for
Wednesdays.
that. Yeah. Whatever day is your shittiest, if you like the podcast and it brightens your day, pick a shitty day of the week and we'll post on the shittiest day.
I kind of like the idea of it being on a day when you're not streaming.
Yeah, I agree, because I think it's like, not overload for people that I doubt, that if you're watching a regular Pat stream from 6 to 9, like maybe you also listen to the podcast episode prior in the day,
possible.
But it's possible. But I couldn't imagine.
I mean, it's kind of nice on Saturday, I guess, to have it drop in the morning.
Yeah, because I stream
before you stream.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I just don't know. And that's another thing that, like, the full disclosure here. Now we're going to be talking shop, and maybe it's not as interesting to people. Who knows? I have to contend with your audience, like a major aspect of this, and not as bad as what I thought it would be. And not bad, and like, please don't misunderstand me. But what I mean is that, like, I do have to account for the logistics of people's interpersonal relationships with you and their viewing habits already and their subscribing habits. And, like,
sure,
if we do a season 2, we have been accepted into the YouTube partnership program.
Right.
We could start doing some sort of Patreon situation. Like, we could do a crowdfunding thing. Like, if we were to do a Patreon, times are tough right now.
Sure,
they're not going to subscribe to you twice.
Right,
even though it wouldn't really be the same thing. So I don't know. That's a thing. That's a factor. We'll ask the audience what they think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I think at minimum, and we can cut this as if it's not interesting. I mean, we're really talking shop now.
Whatever.
Like, we can run ads on. Obviously, that's not. I know better than anyone that does not pay the bills entirely, especially with the size audience that we have. But it's something.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not really about us. Like, this is not income. But
right.
What I mean to say is that, like, I still would like to produce a good show, and that does require some, some money. Been learning some things about podcast producing, which I've done them in the past. But technology has come a long way.
Oh yeah.
Since I did my last audio project, which was Hit the Bricks.
Right. Which I had a cameo in.
That's true.
I was a distressed citizen.
Yeah, like number 4 or something.
Yeah.
I did an audio drama set in the world of Oz called Hit the Bricks for a number of time, and it kind of fell off because of COVID and other reasons, and people stopped listening to it, but it exists, and Pat he makes a cameo in the episode.
Yeah.
If anyone out there likes audio drama and listens to other ones, there are people, or other podcasts, there are people who are involved with the show who might be in shows that you've heard of. And, like, if you are a Steven Universe fan, Jeff Ball, who did a lot of the music for Steven, wrote the opening for Hit the Bricks, and it was just a lot of fun, and I'm really sad that we never got to finish it, but I'm thinking about doing other artistic things in the future. I'm playing with doing another audio drama right now, but times are so much harder now than they were before, so I don't know. Not that anyone here is here for that, but I'm just saying, like, we have other things that we do.
Yeah. We are multifaceted creatures.
Creature for sure.
Yeah. I'm the creature. PJ's the multifaceted.
Yeah, like a gem. That's nice.
Yeah.
Everything comes back to Steven.
Yeah.
Maybe season 2 will just be about Steven Universe.
Yeah, I'll just say
so much easier.
I'll just sit here.
How is that any different from...
Okay. Who's going to say yeah while you talk about the series development?
Well, you know what? If we do a season 2, and I think that's not fair. I think that you are a very active participant, so long as I let you talk.
Yeah.
I think for season 2, and you and I have talked about this, like we're going to carve out something for you to specifically be leading the discussion on.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, I think it'll be a similar vibe in terms of like we both kind of bring something to class.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be as, rigid as, not that it was rigid in a bad way, but it's not going to be as obvious as, here's one game, thing we like, thing we dislike.
Yeah. Like it'll be show and tell, but like, you know what? I think that season 1 might be show and tell. Season 2 is assistant professor.
Okay, yeah.
Like we're leading a class or whatever, because I do want it to be like fun and informative as well.
Right, yeah, because I think that's what this has been. Like I think we like especially with giving the development side of stuff in the run
which was
up to
accidental.
The release.
It was just
right, yeah. That was never
games.
part of the like the formula for the show. That's never part of the conversations we had about starting this. But it did end up being a natural thing and a good springboard for discussion. I think like this episode has been fantastic so far, just in terms of not to like give ourselves the next MDA for an episode that's not done recording, but like I just feel like it's really nice to like have these little anecdotes from people that we just like talk about whatever comes to mind in the series. People like to just hear what's our feelings on various things in the franchise.
And we like to hear it from other people too.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, it's always nice to kind of get a sense of where you were, because like 20 years is a significant amount of time.
Yeah, so, we've like, all grown up with this.
Yeah, and some of us are still like growing, and some of us are significantly older. I know it's hard to believe.
Yeah.
This has been another weird thing about this whole experience, is that when I joined the Kingdom Hearts fandom, I was the baby.
Right. Yeah.
I was 13 years old. I was as young as you could be on the internet.
Right.
Legally, in most fandom spaces.
Yeah.
And like there were people who I worked with at that point who were like 10, 15 years older than I was.
Yeah.
And in a weird way, like there was nothing predatory about it. Like I wouldn't feel comfortable working with a 13-year-old at this point.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
But with the anonymity of what the internet was and everybody not really being forward with all of that and just kind of like enjoying the fandom spaces.
Right.
I didn't venture into anything dark. I was just kind of along for the ride.
Yeah.
And most of the people were teenagers with me. But what I mean to say is that like I was aware of people who were in the space who were significantly older than I am now.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily like nowadays, like that sounds kind of dark, but you also kind of have to remember that like parents were getting their kids into gaming and they were interested in what those spaces were and what the games were, and they were doing it like as a family. And I think a lot of people now, as they've gotten older, who were older than I was at the time, have gone on to get married and have children. Yeah. And they are introducing the next generation to their games. People they pass it on. It's a very familial thing. It's it's a community-based game.
Yeah, it's just like the Disney movies that the game, draws from. Like my grandma, grew up watching these classic Disney movies, and I would go at her house and she had the big stack of VHSs of those movies, and that was like the familial aspect of that as well. So it's all cyclical. It's kind of beautiful.
It is. And there's just something about like living in those moments as well, in terms of like the things that make up who you are in your childhood and your favorite films and cartoons and whatever. I mean, it's why Disney is so successful. Like they understand how to use nostalgia, and Kingdom Hearts is the video game version of that.
Yeah.
And thank God that we have someone like Tetsuya Nomura at the helm who is doing interesting things with the concepts of personhood, nostalgia, past, memories, childhood, and kind of playing with that within the very vast playground that he has. Alex and I are going to Disneyland tomorrow.
Oh.
And whenever I'm there, I can't help but think like, man, they pulled this piece of architecture out of this world for Kingdom Hearts. Like Toontown is straight up Disney Town.
Right.
In Birth by Sleep, and it's just fun. It's something that really sticks with you. And if you didn't grow up with Disney, I don't think that makes you a worse person. Probably makes you a better person in a lot of ways.
Probably, yeah.
But the fact that there are a lot of people who love Kingdom Hearts who just weren't Disney fans and aren't Disney fans still speaks a lot to like
the power of the storytelling and
and the themes.
I mean, really think, just to go back to Nomura being in charge of this, like, imagine if it was like whoever's in charge of Disney Speedstorm was in charge of Kingdom Hearts, you know? Like, it could be so much worse. This could be like the most soulless thing. And there's
regular
a
fiance
lot of
is
thing
behind you with a fucking pan right
no,
now.
She hasn't listened to a single episode. I don't even know if she'll listen to her part. It's the idea of like, there's a lot of things you can say about Kingdom Hearts, but you can't say that it has no soul. Like, even in its worst outings, it has so much soul. Hopefully soul in KH4.
It's like when people like Alex Hirsch, who I respect a lot, say like it's the soulless cash grab.
It's
that
just
is like an affront to Disney. Like, it makes me really sad because it's like, I respect your opinions, and I don't think that like what you say is ever baseless.
Yeah,
but I just think like, yeah, you missed it. I think another interesting thing that it does, which is perfect for communities like ours, is that it makes a big deal about friendships that are intangible, that survive because of unimaginable and invisible, but still real connection.
Yeah.
And Nomura is aware of that. I think in some ways it is analogous purposefully to having online friendships.
Yeah.
Because of naming conventions. Like,
that hits its crescendo. Oh, of course. And I was just going to say that hits its crescendo when that Union Cross moment in KH3. Like, we have never seen, something that's so tangibly exemplified in terms of that, my friends are my power idea, than that. So yeah, I think he's aware of it for sure. And I think he knows that that's a huge part of why this series continues to resonate.
It's a really good point. I hadn't even thought about that, but like, it's true. And those moments, that's just a good Kingdom Hearts moment. Like, the stakes are down, everything's bad.
Yeah.
Right, stakes are up, everything's down, everything is bad, characters alone. What's going to happen? Oh, somehow the power of friendship, gets me every fucking time.
In the form of hundreds of usernames.
God, could you, man, just wow. Let's play some more clips.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Aba, longtime caller, first time listener. They just won't pick up the phone for some reason.
Of course, it's a bit.
This is live, right? And not to like cheat and say like, oh, I can't pick just one memory. It's really is like an entire amalgamation of every big mushy emotion I've ever really had with the series. And of course, the best thing about art is that you can share it with other people. Interpreting Kingdom Hearts through fan art, fan fiction, maybe even like fan podcasts, or there's March Caprice, and there's Reconnect, and there's something about the indomitability of the human spirit and our need to create art and connect through art and derive our art from previous art. I think that's a very beautiful and also very Kingdom Hearts sentiment. Like, we are all connected. Thank you very much. Good night.
It's true.
We couldn't have planned that.
Yeah,
in terms of content.
That was a great segue into that.
Yeah. Who was that?
Something about. I think her name was Arby's.
She has the meat.
No, I mean, I'm sure this could be said of, so many fandom spaces. I've never been as entrenched in one like I am with Kingdom Hearts, but the ability to, create more art, like, Kingdom Hearts serving as this fountain, this nexus for more fantastic art, whether it's, writing or music or art, like, visual art or cosplay, merchandise, like, it's all so. We got to see this firsthand to Reconnect. Like, just the things that spring forth from this idea that was birthed all these years ago is like, it speaks to what Ava said about this human desire to make stuff and share it. It's really like the point of being a person to me. Like, I know we're getting really deep with it, but like that's what it's all about, man. Is like making stuff and seeing new things and sharing it with other people.
Yeah, and like, God bless the people that like make things that I am just not even close to understanding.
Yeah.
Like, I am not a modder. I am not computer literate. I don't do music.
Right.
Like, oh my God. And just like how the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack is one of the best gaming soundtracks of all time, the fans that make music in response.
Yeah.
Like, God, they are so talented. And then, you know, there's also this guy.
Who's this?
Hello, my name is Keynote.
Yeah.
I am being pastored by PJ to do this. So my favorite Kingdom Hearts thing ever is Xion. Anything to do with Xion. Xion's theme, Vector to the Heavens, Xion's character, Days, playing that game on the DS in school when I didn't want to do anything else or hang out with anyone. Yeah, that's her. That's Xion. that's my Kingdom Hearts thing. Thanks, PJ.
What about
And there's
thanks,
a follow-
Pat?
There's a follow-up.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. Hello, could you play, please?
Also, the fact that she dies, the tragedy of it all is very memorable, very life-changing experience for little Keynote. Anyway, yeah, that's it.
I love that there's like, like
But
an
also
amendment.
she dies.
Also her death. No, that's yeah. I love Keynote.
Yeah, Keynote's an
Keynote-
OG. He was gonna not do it, by the way. He
yeah, that
messaged me
seems
today
right.
being like, sorry, I guess I'll sit this one out. And I was like, fucker, you have to.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll just record a voicemail in here.
Yeah.
And then I had to figure out how to fucking rip a voice message from Discord. That was
Yeah.
fun.
That's a .ogg I'm seeing on your screen share. So
Don't look, please.
yeah, I just want to say Keynote is the guy that pulled me into all of this, really. Like, I had started the channel before I spoke to him, but and back when I was, you know, getting moving on the channel and trying to like get it out there, I would post on KH13. I don't do it anymore because I feel like I don't want to annoy them. But he messaged me through the DMs there about this thing that they were doing. It wasn't even called March Caprice yet. It was just, hey, we're putting together this sort of online con and we would like you to be a part of it. And I was like, you know, amazing. I had not had any like substantial, you know, continuous contact with anyone in the community up until that point. Like the only thing I had were, you know, Reddit comments or, you know, YouTube comments occasionally on my videos and forum posts. So that was like, you know, Keynote was the patient zero for me in terms of getting involved with all this. So
Yeah.
I'll always be indebted to him for that.
I have a lot of love for Keynote. My favorite little guy.
Yeah.
He's such a talented musician. Like
really
the
is.
work that he's done for the concerts in the past, but also just his own work as a musician, it's incredible. But he's also a very talented visual artist.
Yeah.
And I feel like in the Kingdom Hearts fandom, like that doesn't really get covered as much. But he's just so talented. And you know, he's an little pinky.
Yeah, he's our little pink fella.
He's our little pinky. And it's funny that he brought you in because Aba is the one who brought me into Requiem.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's funny. Aba and I don't have a podcast together, but we have a lot of the same references and a lot of the same, like, we speak each other's language in a way that I don't think anybody else does in Requiem.
I agree.
Which is just pure, unadulterated, gay. And I think
I was gonna say it, but I'm glad you did.
It's also been nice working with them with March Caprice, having kind of an understanding of just like, this is what we want. These are our references. This is, you know, what we're pulling from. And not only to be on the same page, but, you know, most of the time, like, we had already independently wanted to do that. You know, and Aba in particular for this upcoming year was really pushing the 90s thing. And I was having like a hard time like figuring out what to do with that because Kingdom Hearts is not inherently 90s. It missed the 90s.
Right.
But it does have a lot of properties from the Renaissance era. And for me, taking a lot of the iconography from the 90s and kind of spinning it into nostalgia instead. And like the feeling of like, we're home, we're playing something on the TV.
Yeah.
That's equally 2000s and 90s and like 90s millennial kid.
Yeah, for sure.
Who played Kingdom Hearts. Like that kind of cracked it open. And I'm excited for everybody to see next year's March Caprice. And to play with the homecoming theme and to see like how that's going to continue being represented. And the teaser was great. Ava did a great job.
Oh, it's so
with
good.
that. She did most of the visual stuff. She did all of the modeling and all of that.
Yeah.
And you know, that's always been a lot of fun. Like March Caprice brought me into Requiem and Ava
me too.
more so. Oh, we have each other for that. Isn't that cute? Isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
Now we
We're
know
their
exactly
plus
who to
ones.
blame.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think we can talk about March Caprice without accepting a phone call from our favorite goat.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Hi, P, Mr. Face J, and also No Set Pat. I gotta tell you, my favorite Kingdom Hearts memory has to be being able to see the loop of March Caprice to reconnect and vice versa. Being able to see everyone's hard work during March Caprice, and then being able to meet them at Reconnect, and being able to show the March Caprice trailers at Reconnect and the Reconnect trailers at March Caprice have truly been unreal experiences I don't think I would have ever been able to have in a lot of other spaces. I love my friends so much, and seeing them thrive gives me life. Also, I took a look at your gummy ship, and goodness, Merlin isn't bad. I've never seen a Happy Face tank so empty. Holy shit.
That's enough of that.
Come on, man. It's got a couple of scratches. They can get buffed out. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I can only co-sign what he said, 100%. Like, it's such a fulfilling thing, and I hate to keep dragging this out, like, oh, this thing that we did that not everybody got to be there for. But if you have the means to be a part of either of these events, like March Caprice is obviously a bit of an easier thing to partake in than flying potentially states away to go to an in-person con. But if you have the ability, like, it's just instant. Like, I've known some of these people as just names on screens for 5 years. And to get to see them like in their element, like doing their thing and thriving is so fulfilling.
I agree. I think that we haven't really talked that much about what March Caprice or Reconnect really are. I guess
Yeah.
we've mentioned it, but especially in this episode, I don't think we've really talked about what it is and how it gets started. So maybe we should do that a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, March Caprice is an online Kingdom Hearts fan convention. It happens every year to celebrate the anniversary of Kingdom Hearts, the week that it comes out. Came out, rather, at the end of March. And it's usually a couple of days of online events where, much like a real convention, it is a real convention, but much like an in-person convention, you go and there are panels. Everybody is doing podcasts, and everybody is doing videos, and everyone is doing merch and streaming, and it really is like kind of an epicenter where like the best of the best come together and they just talk about Kingdom Hearts, and they show off their art, and they show off their music, and they show off their writing. Like, it really is like a concentrated effort to show everyone what fans are capable of in the Kingdom Hearts space, and that's really a great thing at a time where there's really not that much news.
Yeah, because every single one we've had has, been between, it's been after the release of KH3 and after the release of Melmem as well. So it's been, we've been holding down the fort in terms of like, having stuff to do and talk about.
Yeah. And Reconnect goes hand in hand with that. It's in person. It's not every year, or it hasn't been every year. And it started off as KH20, and then it kind of evolved. KH Guides and his wife put it on. It is where the Million Dreams Awards happen. It's nothing at all like March Caprice, and yet it's also like a perfect complement to it.
Yeah,
it is in person. And there are things that you can do in person that you can't do online.
Right.
Like actually getting and meeting and going to the shop physically and buying merch.
Yeah.
Going to the dance floor with each other and dancing through the concerts.
Yeah.
The Million Dreams Award in person is also always a lot of fun.
Having a drink with 2C Phoenix or the Spaghetti Brothers.
I mean, allegedly, that couldn't be me.
Yeah.
Doing karaoke.
Yeah.
Like, and the fashion show, cosplay is such a huge part that we haven't even touched on this podcast. But it's always so impressive to see, like our friend Violet Unversed is kind of at the epicenter of Kingdom Hearts cosplay and one of the major cosplayers. And just, being in the chat with her multiple nights, sometimes a week, when we're getting into con season, and just kind of talking with her well into the morning as she's like 3D printing and sewing and dyeing and styling wigs, and it's crazy what you can do. And also, like, there's accessible ways of doing that where you don't have to pour as much resources into it. and it's for everybody, and it's a beautiful thing, and to see the fashion show and to see again the merch and the concerts in person and to meet your friends in person, like it does hit a little different.
100%.
And you can find out more about both things. MarchCaprice.com, I believe, is March Caprice's website, and CageGuides.com has more about Reconnect. But speaking of which, let's play another incoming call.
Woo!
Hey, I'm KH Guides, and my favorite Kingdom Hearts memory isn't really a specific one, but the moments where I've been able to make new friends and connect with them through the games, those have really been my favorite. Just so many fun times over the last several years especially, where I've been able to share Kingdom Hearts with friends during community events like March Caprice, charity events like Fresh Faces. Those have really deepened my appreciation and love for the series, and I won't forget them.
Oh, Guides.
Love Guides.
We love Guides.
Taller than I thought he'd be.
He's my best friend.
Everyone's so tall. Also, I like Guides.
Everyone's so tall.
Yeah. I think
5'7".
You gotta look at the KH Guides website. Like, even if you're like not like even if you don't literally need a guide through a KH game, I just like to go there and look, especially at the KH1 stuff. It gives me that feeling of when I like first opened that Brady game strategy guide back in 2002, which that thing was my Bible. This is like the modern version of it, and it's just so well made and so helpful.
I fucking love that strategy guide. I love that strategy guide because it's so tactile. Like you get the sticker sheet.
Yes.
Oh, fuck me up with the sticker sheet, you guys.
We need more sticker sheets.
And I love, there are plenty of people online who focus on like the restoration of things as well. Like there are people who the gummy ship Tumblr, like that person like goes and they find like old trailers and like scans and stuff. I gotta tell you, huge part of the Kingdom Hearts fandom back in the day that is just totally not accessible now were the magazine scans.
Yeah.
Major sources of information for so long.
Right.
Like, God, I wish that they were all still like, I wish that KH2.co.uk had the biggest collection of these scans, and they're kind of gone now. And that's kind of like, that's my burning of Alexandria.
Yeah, I was going to say
the
library.
Yeah, that's horrible.
It is horrible.
Like,
it sucks to lose anything that, you know, like they're historical texts for the thing that we really care about. Like,
it's my burning of Alexandria. It's like when Tumblr got acquired by Yahoo and all that good porn is gone.
Yeah,
it's like the same thing.
They're
it's
all the same.
Gone.
The big three losses.
Those three things. They're exactly. I think they're the same.
I think they're
exactly the same.
You just said the same thing 3 times.
Yeah, I think Oprah talked about that once or something. Damn. But in terms of like saving things, it's also like finding old games that don't exist anymore than Kingdom Hearts. Like we've got KH Mobile, we've got the old Coded, we've got God, we've got so many things. The fucking gummy ship bejeweled horse shit that people were trying to solve. Like,
I know who you're bringing in.
Yeah. Well, let's take another call.
Hi, I'm Made1043, and my favorite memory of the series is the experience of playing Kingdom Hearts VCast for the first time. For those unaware, it's a non-canonical flip phone game from 2005 that was considered lost media up until a few years ago. My first playthrough tapped into a particular form of meta exploration that's difficult to replicate. When you explore any game and discover the slivers and secrets the developers left in there, it's a rewarding experience. But when you, as a person, explore a piece of media that has been hidden for decades, it's gratifying on a deeper level. As I went through Kingdom Hearts VCast, it felt like I was mapping out uncharted territory. In this huge, amazing series, this tapestry of stories and characters that has meant so much to so many people, I've suddenly discovered a new corner and one that I can call my own. That's an emotion that's hard for any game to replicate. That first journey through VCast is what led me to start making videos because I couldn't bear being the only one to know what it had to say. Nothing in the series has inspired me in the way that exploring Kingdom Hearts VCast did, and for that, I'd have to consider it my favorite KH memory. Also, no sad face VCast episode went.
It was supposed to happen. We were supposed to have one. We ran out of time.
It was. We kind of realized way too late that the perfect spot for it was April Fool's.
Yeah.
As April Fool's was coming. and we just didn't have time to throw it together.
But you know what? Like, we can still, if we're doing season 2, I think it's worth talking about. Because listen, it's no joke to Aid.
Yeah, well, it's no joke to anyone, and I very specifically remember what the culture was like around that game when it was announced and when it came out. Like, I remember the fan reaction, I remember the screenshots, I remember the trailers. It's crazy to me. I mean, I don't want to give away the episode if we ever do it, but like, that thing was hated. Like, Kingdom Hearts fans, they knew that Square didn't do it, and they were like, this is a knockoff, this is Disney trash, this is horrible, it looks awful, we don't want it, we hate it, we hate it. Like, they fucking tore it apart.
Yeah.
No one wanted to touch it. And it's so funny to me that now people are like, oh, this is fun and charming and harmless.
Yeah, right.
And we wish that we had all the pieces.
Listen, society...
It's wild to think about.
Maybe even more so than now was like anti-camp, This VCast is quite camp, and it's listen, I have not had any hands-on experience with it. I think that goes for most people, but I think it'd be a nice little cage bucket list type thing to check off to get to, if not play it, then to at least like really delve into. I mean, the most delving into it I've done is watching Aid's videos on their channel, which again, go check those out.
Yeah, for sure.
You're getting all of the miscellanea that you're not going to get from the shills like me who cover the numbered titles.
Aid is one of my favorite creators right now, specifically because of that.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see someone like really being, for lack of a better word, a completionist about Kingdom Hearts history and its lore and all of these things, right?
Because Aid also comes from the wiki and the database world, so that's part of Aid's, sort of crusade in the space is like
as this
making
chain,
us...
we should shout out to that.
Right, yeah,
as well.
exactly.
Should have mentioned that earlier, but
both of them are pillars in like the movement to preserve and to protect like the information that we have about the series and to keep it accessible and easily read and accessed. Like it's really good stuff that goes unsung a lot of the time because it's like, oh, I'm go to the wiki and look up the drop rates for this. Like somebody had to go and look at the data in the game or look at an Ultimania to get that for you and put it all in one spot. So they are like true unsung heroes of the community.
Yeah, I don't think that I think we're pretty close to knowing how we're going to do the next season if we do it. I don't want to overpromise or give everything away right here on this, but I think it'll be fair to say that something that we keep running across with fan reaction and something that we keep running into naturally in conversation is this element of history.
Yeah.
And I think the next season will have a lot, like that'll be a cornerstone of it, is talking about not just the development of games, but specific moments in Kingdom Hearts culture and kind of taking an anthropological kind of look and kind of taking like an archaeological look at a lot of this. And I think there would probably be an element of lost and found about it as well, because there are plenty of things that were lost to time or that we don't have the full picture of that would be interesting to talk about.
PJ, what if our graphic in the background is like us with those little brushes like dusting around sand and Agrabah? That could be fun.
I kind of have an idea of how I want it to be, and it's not too dissimilar to that. Well, I mean, we'll talk later. But
sure.
Okay, now we're back. We sidebarred about season 2, and I think we're gonna do it, you guys.
Yeah, I think we're committed. Now what?
Well, I don't have a ring, so.
Well, listen, I don't know. Like I said, YouTube ads are not enough to put rings on 2 fingers this year. So,
well, a bit that I was going to do, I think I've talked about this already. Maybe I haven't. For Reconnect was knowing that the proposal was imminent and you had already talked about it on stream. The proposal happened the next week, right?
Yeah,
that was the time frame.
Yeah.
I bought a bunch of multicolored rings that I was going to stack on my my engagement ring finger.
Yeah.
And
say, look.
Yeah, and during the award ceremony, if we won anything or whatever, I was going to be like, okay, Pat, you're out of the doghouse now. Like I said, yes. And it would be, and the multicolored rings for whatever reason were stacked on my finger in a certain allotment.
Right.
And they just didn't come in time.
That's so sad.
But I'm kind of glad they didn't, because I wouldn't have, the actual shock of winning
Yeah,
I was not.
Yeah. Yeah. There would have been no brain space for doing a bit at that moment.
But there is a picture. The rings did come, and there is a picture of it, and it would have been a lot of fun.
David could put
but
it
I'm
on
kind
the,
of. I think it would have
phone.
cheapened it, so I'm glad that it didn't happen.
Yeah, crazy that two parties really needed regular pad accessories for the Million Dreams Awards.
Oh my god, that was so fucking funny though.
That was
like
really
looking
funny.
around and seeing
the virus. That's what they were talking about in Union Cross. Yeah.
Yes.
I am the virus.
Stupid fucking virus. Yeah. Well, let's hear from a better podcast.
Yeah.
Hi, Pat. Hi, PJ. This is Han McKinley from Shedding Starlight.
Ah.
My favorite Kingdom Hearts memory is, by far, Reconnect Denver this past July.
Oh, yeah.
It was so wonderful to see so many like-minded Kingdom Hearts fans all in one spot, all celebrating the franchise together. It was really, really unforgettable. Happy No Sad Face finale!
Thank you.
Shedding Starlight is back, and they're taking questions, and they post on Mondays.
There you go.
Yeah.
They'll be doing stuff while we're not, so.
Yeah, I did not ask Mel. I know better. Mel is off somewhere on a mountain or something, living their best life.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of which, Mel made me remember something. I have been sick for the past 2 months. I finally got antibiotics and I kicked it. Unfortunate consequence of being sick for that long. My Winnie the Pooh voice is gone.
What?
It's gone. I can't do it anymore.
You can't do it anymore?
It's very unfortunate because I have a preemptively offered a gig doing the Jim Cummings
I
Sterling
know.
Holloway voice, and I'm very upset about not being able to do it.
This is awful.
Maybe it'll come back.
I hope so.
No, my friends have gone away. Oh, that's like the
pretty-
best it's
yeah.
been for 6 weeks.
That was pretty, yeah. I was going to say.
Yeah.
You just needed to be, the pressure of a recording environment.
Perhaps I need a little bit more, honey.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Just one small smack. But I'm not doing poo is the thing.
Sure, but you got the gist of it. You'll be fine. You can still get
guess.
the gig.
I guess. Horse shit.
Don't be Eeyore. Be Pooh about it.
All right. Okay. I don't know. It's not a very good poo voice. But, so many wonderful things happened at Reconnect, and there were so many people, not just in our category, which, Shooting Starlight, of course, so was More Chocolate, so was, I mean, there were so many good shows.
Landy Lodge.
Yes. Oh my God. The fact that Landy didn't win also kind of surprises me. But also, all of the categories were so freaking stacked this year.
Oh, yeah.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. You owe it to yourself to go through the nominations and to really acquaint yourself with everyone who was nominated, because I'm telling you, I'm sure that people who won, they absolutely deserved it, but I'm sure it was in like razor thin margins. Like, there
you
were
can
so
make
many
great
good
cases for every single person.
Yeah, and well done, of course, to Shedding Starlight for winning lore. They absolutely deserve it. There is no show that goes in as like precisely and continues to, like, everything that you could imagine they tackle on a case-by-case basis with the games as they're going through them. So they're like, the conceit of the show is that they go through the games and they go through them as if they're playing them for the first time, and they unpack the lore and its implications in real time. And for a newcomer, so if you're a big lore head who is taking the game at your own pace and you kind of want a companion, I would say that's exactly what this show is. It's the ultimate companion guide to the broader world of Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, they gotta pump this show into the veins of, like, the streamers and YouTubers that are going through the series for the first time. That's such a thriving genre of content, and those folks could very oftentimes they could use that sort of accompanying factor.
It's absolutely who the show should be marketed to. But if I'm being honest, a lot of people who are diehard Kingdom Hearts fans who've been playing for a long time also need refreshers and could stand to go through it again.
Yeah, because they might not have been paying attention the first time, so they should also play along and pretend that you are playing it again for the first time.
Yeah, I can't wait for them to get to the mobile games too, because y'all are sleeping on that lore, and Mel is not. Mel is a diehard.
There is no one more awake about it than Mel.
Stay woke, Mel. What a nice little party we've had.
Yeah, I'm stuffed. I have been eating all of these. What are these, macaroons? I don't know what's on the table. I can't see it right now.
I think those are soap.
That explains the consistent stomach pain I've been experiencing
I think that's fake,
throughout
sis.
this. Great. Well,
some of these are fake.
let's maybe squeeze in whatever we have to do until I hitch a ride to the old hospital.
Sure. Well, we're kind of out of the clips that I have in hand in terms of people who understood the assignment. I'm holding space now for the people who got their stuff in late who we cannot react to in real time. Let's play those.
Yes.
Who knows if any. If any.
Hi, I'm Nicole, or Awesome in My World, and my favorite Kingdom Hearts moment probably was going to the World of Trace concert in 2019, because not only did I get to see Yoko Shimomura perform live, and of course, like all the other like songs that I love of the Kingdom Hearts series performed live, but that was also when Nomura walked on stage and showed the Remind trailer. The energy in the room was just amazing, and everyone there was so nice. Definitely just a highlight of my time in the community. Am I right, Suki? She's sleepy.
Hey, Pat and PJ, it's Mike from the Super Spaghetti Bros. Tara's over here laughing, and I just wanted to record a quick voice note because Pat asked for that. Congratulations on 1 season podcast. It's very exciting stuff. And congratulations again. I know I told you guys this at Reconnect, but winning the MDA for Podcast of the Year. I know a little, something about that, being the host of the longest running Kingdom Hearts podcast that also won an MDA for, Podcast of the Year at Reconnect. I'm supposed to share my favorite Kingdom Hearts memory. And for me, I'm sure a lot of people will say things like, when Riku finally overcame his darkness, or, something like that. But for me, it's actually Reconnect. Both times going to Reconnect, the fact that I've been able to have a lot of really fun opportunities due to a video game, hosting both MDA award ceremonies with my brother, winning that award, meeting so many cool people and doing so many cool things and going places I probably never would have went to. And it's all because of a video game about a boy and his duck and dog friend who are also Disney characters. So that to me is my best memory, my favorite memory of Kingdom Hearts is what it's done for me in my personal life. Congratulations again to you two. Love the podcast. Love you both. You guys should have me on as a guest because I'm probably one of the only people that can out-yap the both of you. So, again, love you both. Hopefully this is what Pat was asking for in a voice note. May your heart be your guiding key? Do we say that? Okay, whatever. Bye.
Hello, I'm Lance Master, and my favorite Kingdom Hearts memory is when Lucio takes off his hood to reveal he's Sigbar in the Cage-3 epilogue, because as someone who was invested in the Key Saga lore at the time, as well as a day one player of the series, it was very rewarding for me, and I popped the fuck off.
Oh my god, you got David Gallagher?
Don't say that, because I didn't even...
Well, now I'm forcing the issue.
Yeah. I don't know him. Wait, hold on. Hey, No Sad Face. Riku's just a sexy guy. He's just a sexy guy. And he listens to sexy shows. And No Sad Face is pretty sexy. I don't know. What does he sound like?
That was pretty good.
What the fuck does David Gallagher sound like?
He's a sexy guy. He just sounds like a guy. A sexy guy.
Is this podcast about us? But yeah, thank you to everybody who didn't send stuff in. I know you thought about it, and that counts.
The thought does count.
Yeah. We actually did get a voice clip in that was a question. So if we wanna transition over to doing that.
Sure, yeah.
That's a fun time. Okay. Let's see what this person has to ask.
Hey, PJ and Pat, this is Otter Smoothie. You said something in the last episode about sending in a voice memo, so I thought I would do it. It sounded fun.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, my question comes from the Kingdom Hearts 3 episode. I haven't actually gotten around to writing you guys. I know in Kingdom Hearts 3, they kind of really incorporated the Disney parks into the game. And I know, PJ, I know you're really into the Disney side. I forget, I'm pretty sure you're into the Disney parks as well.
Yes, I am.
So I was wondering, in future games, how would you guys like to see the Disney parks implemented into the games? I know for me personally, I was very excited about how they added the rides into Kingdom Hearts 3, and I can see why everyone hates them and how easily accessible they were. Honestly, I wish they're in kind of the same vein as a summon, where you could just summon them whenever, but with the cost and choosing this ride that you wanted to ride. And I'm worried that because of the poor feedback with the rides, that they're not going to include the Disney parks into the games anymore, which would make me very sad. But I was wondering if you guys would want any more Disney parks in the games. I know I would. I also know that Pat in particular wants a Figment summon, but I feel like everyone knows that. I mean, give us something new, something fresh. I can kind of agree with a Figment summon. Me in particular, I think a Orange Bird summon would also be cool, something to give us some mascot representation. I would love to hear your guys' ideas and feedback on that. Thanks for listening to the question. Thanks for a good podcast. I'm excited for season 2, whatever that may be. And thank you for listening. Okay, bye.
Thanks, Otter
thanks,
Smoothie.
Otter Smoothie.
I know you got a chance to meet him, right? I met him at
we
Reconnect.
talked a few times.
Got to have a couple conversations with Otter Smoothie. He was trying to get a picture with me at the end of the MDAs, and I had to keep putting him on the back burner because I kept getting pulled around, and he was very patient for me, so I appreciate
He also brings up a pretty good question. We didn't really talk that much about the rides in Kingdom Hearts 3, the attraction
Yeah, that's
flow.
true. I mean, as a baseline, I would say I think keep the idea of the attraction flow, but like in a more limited, in the capacity that he suggested there. I think it would be more well received if it was. I mean, it always is down to the player's choice whether or not to use it, but I think it's too carrot on a stick. It's too alluring to have it show up as one of those triangle commands above the command deck, and just to have it lingering there. It's like, well, it's free, right? It's free damage. You kind of just want to use that. So I think having a cost to offset that, I think would help a lot. I think the Lucky Emblems are another aspect of the parks that are implemented extremely well into KH3.
So
Lucky Emblems, otherwise known as hidden Mickeys in the real world, are a huge part of the park going experience, especially for the appreciators of the architecture and the scenery and the design work that goes into the parks. So I would love to see. I mean, if they, I don't know, do you think they would go back to that well again for a KH4? I don't know, but I wouldn't mind it. Yeah, I mean, I think having maybe something akin to a little chef type of area that's more focused on the parks could be a good avenue to work that stuff into the game without making it front and center, because I don't really think that's ever going to be the route that the games take. It's not like we're going to have a world based on, Epcot or something. But a little area of a world like a Twilight Town or a Quadratum, where it's hey, this is an homage to the Haunted Mansion, or this is a reference to Big Thunder Mountain, something like that. I think there's plenty of ways to, get representation from the parks, but not, overdo it or underdo it.
God, I would love if Sora just beat the shit out of the Epcot ball and it just whacked people, it took out a dark side. I agree with you. I think they really did not handle it super well in 3, the attraction flow aspects of it. And I was so excited when those initial teasers came out, using the Luminous engine, with the Rock Titan and with the ship. I thought those looked so good, and I still think that those versions look better than what we got in game.
Yeah.
But I thought, God, it was like Christmas when I saw those. I was so fucking excited. And I just don't think they're implemented super well in the final game. I still think the concept is very novel.
Yeah.
I think that one of Kingdom Hearts 3's pitfalls, of which there are almost none, I think that the way that it handles those reaction commands over the battle menu and just stuffs your fucking ballot box full of them.
There is an embarrassment of options in KH3. There's just so many things that you can do at any given time.
And I appreciate
Attraction
it.
flow is a big,
but and at the end of the day, the rides also just aren't that fun.
I mean, that's another thing. because there is like a degree of player agency in some of them, but the others are just like it's just kind of happening, you know. Like Blaster Blaze, it's fine, but you're mostly just kind of like holding down the trigger. I think something like the carousel, it's like at least this requires timing.
Yeah.
Probably one of the better ones in my mind.
I wish that they were more built into the environment in the way that the train kind of was.
Yeah, like more scripted ones that are like guaranteed to show up and that are more kind of like deftly woven into the DNA of the fight.
Like, give me a splash mountain in a water zone. Give me a...
And it's,
Rocky
but
Mountain.
also show some restraint when it's like, hey, we're doing this anti-Aqua battle, which, like, I'm not the biggest anti-Aqua guy in the world in terms of the plot beat, but like, you are going to get the pirate ship to show up during anti-Aqua.
You sure are.
And that is not the place or time for that. It just isn't.
Just like, let me turn it off. Let me turn it all off. But I would rather they implement it successfully and use, using rides that are more similar to the movies that they're, having them be world specific.
Yeah.
I think it's not
that could be neat.
A bad idea.
Because that could be a fun thing to like look forward to. It's like, okay, I'm going to the fucking Star Wars world. Well, now I get, something based on a Star Wars property or a Star Wars attraction at a park.
Yeah.
So it's not like because by the time you've played, 2-3 Disney worlds, you've probably seen the bulk of, if not all of the attraction flow.
Yeah.
And like, I'd rather they take a swing on this and like not nail it than for them to not do it. Like this is not something that like docks a point from the game for me. It's just like, okay, that's not the absolute best way they could have done this, but I'm glad that they like, stepped out of their comfort zone and pulled from something to make this like a more representative experience of like the Disney legacy, because in a way, like KH3, for all of its good points, it's not super representative of like the Disney history that KH1 and 2 are, that are better at least, because it's really focusing on that newer era, whereas I think 1 and 2 are a bit more like holistic. But 3, at least pulls in something that those other games and BBS and Dream Drop lacked. So, take these swings. It's good stuff. I want to see them try, so they're not, I don't want to like hate on it, so they're not, I don't want them to be afraid to try it again,
Yeah, I don't want to lose Lucky Emblems either. Like,
I think that's one of the best collectibles that the series has.
Yeah,
has
absolutely. Done. So much fun. I loved them so much. I would take them over puzzle pieces, and I would take them over stickers, and maybe even puppies.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the puppies are not like hidden. Like, I think the emotional catharsis is, it's so well interwoven into like the idea of KH1. Like, I think we probably talked about this in the KH1 episode, which is, some good bookends there. But everything that you did in that game had to do with like the ongoing crisis with Lucky Emblems. At least Olette was like, hey, they're a popular natural phenomenon, I guess. Not the smoothest of integrations. Now. They are huge. They're like, what? Like silhouettes of my boss's face are huge right now. Okay.
I mean, it happens. It happens. And I also kind of like, this isn't necessarily explicitly Disney Park adjacent, but I think that being able to take pictures on the gummy phone with the characters, there is something very Disneyland.
Yeah, that's true. That's such a good point. I never thought about that, but that is like such a memorable experience for me when I would go to the parks. Is like I felt like, to go back to the conversation of meeting your heroes, I'm getting fucking Tigger's autograph. Like I got my little blue book, and my parents were troopers. We had like aunts and uncles like doing shifts where they would like get in line for another character, and like it was like a whole system. Like I'm filling that book out, so I love that.
Really
that's a great point.
But I get it, and sometimes there's a Maleficent at Disneyland right now who is the spitting image of Eleanor Audley, who sounds exactly like her as well.
Wow.
That is incredible, that I would love to kind of experience. Like I said earlier, I'm going to Disneyland tomorrow. And that's all exactly. It's all very cool. And the characters, they react to the gummy phone. It's not just Sora. It's not just on the Goofy. It's a lot of the characters. And it's fun. It's really beautiful. And I think having more park specific characters like Figment or Dreamfinder or Orange Bird or just anybody that's not like the Yeti. Anyone who's not in a
from
movie.
Expedition Everest.
Yeah, why not?
Why
not?
Fuck it.
I think that would be good. I think that would be a lot of fun.
I agree.
Why not?
I want a mini game, a side quest where I got to get signatures from like different characters.
I actually think that would be a lot of fun. I
right?
think
Like,
that would
okay,
be
like not
perfect.
even the party members, but it's like, okay, Olaf, or it's like, it's KH1. It's like, hey, Dr. Fink, could you sign this?
Yeah.
King Triton. I know it's like, I know we're underwater, but this pen is, Donald put magic on it.
Yeah, you have to like tap the touchpad to get them to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like you flip your little book open on the PS4, the
You
PS5
feel like
big
the
boy
click
middle
of it.
button. Oh my God. Why aren't we working on this shit? Get us in there.
I don't know. I have so many ideas, you guys. Fan fiction.
Oh,
That's
man.
called fan fiction.
Yeah.
There's a thing.
That
It's
sure
called
is.
fan
And
fiction.
that is part of the beautiful tapestry of art that is produced from all this.
Yeah. A friend of mine, Otto, is a fanfic writer, and his stuff is beautiful. You should go read his stuff. But moreover, something that I regret from the show is not talking about one of my favorite memories, being the Dark Road finale, which I did not love, but sitting in voice chat and playing that with Otto and us like reacting back and forth. We didn't talk about that in the episode, but like, that was my experience with Dark Road was playing with Otto and him hearing my live reactions and us kind of talking through the highs and the lows of what we thought the story was going to do. Because I haven't had that experience getting to play them with you guys and doing that in real time.
Yeah, me neither. And I didn't play Dark Road, so I had a chance and I missed it.
Yeah, it was nice. All of it's very nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad a little bit.
Sad.
Yeah, we can do another question, I think. Why not?
Sure.
We're here.
Yeah.
The email title says, "The end of Kingdom Hearts makes no sense."
Uh-oh.
Hi, PJ and Pat. This has nothing to do with anything, but it has been irking me since the first time I beat the original Kingdom Hearts.
Oh no, we're coming back. Okay.
At the end of the game, Sora, Donald, and Goofy are walking in the little meadow, but Donald and Goofy are wearing their traditional clothes. Why? Firstly, where did they even get these clothes from? They don't have the gummy ship, or else they wouldn't be walking. So there's no way to store them. And yes, Donald can conjure clothes as he did for Atlantica and Halloween Town, but then why does Sora stay in his worn-through clothes that had been through a literal apocalypse? Is Donald just vindictive and didn't want to give Sora new clothes? Also, the developers would have had to design these renders for both Donald and Goofy, and that just seems like a lot of work for this 1-minute cutscene at the end of the game. I heard somewhere that it's meant to signal the end of the adventure, but that doesn't seem true. They are still adventuring. They are looking for Riku and Mickey. So please tell me, why are they in these costumes? Best, Jackson.
Okay. Thank you, Jackson, for writing in. Astute observations. I have two things that I want to comment on there.
Please do.
In terms of their original outfits, that I don't know if it was a ton of work for them to get those in, because they were part of like the very early pre-release materials for KH1. Like you can go back and see old trailers. I don't know if they had renders of them like in a cutscene like that, but they had them, out in the field, Donald and Goofy dressed in their traditional, Mickey and Friends outfits. Jackson sort of cut me off at the pass with my idea on why I think this happens. I do think it is meant to signify like the worlds are back at peace. So like the natural order has been restored to an extent. Like obviously they are still adventuring, but the need for, Donald and Goofy to be in their quote unquote battle fatigues is over. The reason Sora's clothes are the same is because like, that's what he wore back on the islands, and he was thrust out of that situation by the apocalypse. But Donald and Goofy knowingly leave. Like they're also wearing different clothes at the beginning of the game, but that's like they're on the job, but we're not out in the field clothing, like they're wizard in their night outfits. So they've got different clothes for different situations. I think to an extent it could have been like, hey, we can hand wave this away by saying, hey, Donald, conjured this stuff up, or it's just like the way of the world expressing, the capital W world, that things are back to normal, and for the time being at least, we can get back to business as usual.
Yeah, I have a development perspective on this, and I have a canon game perspective on this.
Sure.
I'll start with the story reason. I think that their clothing that they wear throughout Kingdom Hearts, their adventure clothes, are magic visages. And I think that they're the true clothes that they're wearing under the illusion are their base normal classic adventure, like Donald and Goofy, classic Disney outfits.
Right.
Goofy does make the point to say that they need new clothes when they leave Disney Castle.
Right, because they have to blend in.
Yes. And I do think that like the clothes that they're wearing are magicked to kind of respond to the Traverse Town Final Fantasy of it all.
Right.
And we know that this is canon or at least we know that they're changing as canon because when they start Chain of Memories, they're still in those outfits. Right. And Chain of Memories makes it a point to point out when they change back into their Kingdom Hearts costumes, that it has happened and that it's a trick of the memories and that it's meant to signify their adventure and yada yada yada.
Right, because note that they're wearing their traditional Disney clothes in Castle Oblivion itself, but when they enter Traverse Town, when the fuckery starts, is when they show up and they're in their KH1 outfits again.
Yeah, and that's in the original Game Boy version and that's in the PlayStation version. So if they were going to change it to retcon, they could have done it then. And we also know that when we see Mickey behind the door, he's in his classic outfit, which that also got later retconned. But that was the original intent, and that he had those original clothes. And, you know, if you look around Disney Castle, there are portraits of Mickey and Minnie in their classic clothing as well. So it is canon that when they're not in their normal fantasy duds of like the knight and the magician outfits, that they have classic clothing. And Sora's classic outfit is just his Kingdom Hearts 1 costume. So I don't think he changed costumes because they all went back. There was a reset. There was a grand resetting that happened when the World Order was restored. And the World Order magic that changes Donald and Goofy's costumes fizzled out because they're back to the basics. That's what I think the canon story explanation would be. In terms of the video game explanation, Pat's right. Which I hate saying. That,
oh my God. This is like when your dad says he's proud of you.
I never felt that. But Donald and Goofy in early gameplay materials were wearing these classic outfits, both in illustrations and in gameplay. The original design document has them in classic costumes, and the beta trailer has them in these costumes in cutscenes and in gameplay.
Yeah, I was just when you brought it up, I can remember the scene of them coming into Traverse Town. I feel like they're wearing their classic outfits when they're going, a star went out, and they're walking in the first district, so.
Yeah, the Kingdom Hearts outfits were a late game addition that was requested by Disney in order for Donald and Goofy to blend in better with Sora. They were created late in development, and they were put in, you know, as the final push of gameplay was going through and the final development materials were hitting the internet. So, you know, for most of it, we've seen them in their Kingdom Hearts costumes, but the original intention was for them to be in their classic Disney clothes. And I wouldn't be surprised if they just forgot to swap them out, that they had worked on so much of the game. And I'm pretty positive that last scene was something that they had done early on. I would not be surprised if they simply forgot to put them back in their costumes. So it's not that they went out of their way to make those costumes. It's actually that those costumes were what they were in
what
first.
They had.
And then they went and they changed it. This is
Which
also
I think good call.
Yeah, well, this is also why Goofy has his classic hat in Atlantica. They forgot to swap it out. And then it just became canon that when they changed their clothing in those worlds, they get their classic hats. Good question, fun question.
That was fun. It was a fun little, you know, we got to hit both sides of like the canon and the developmental stuff.
Yeah.
They haven't worn those clothes since Chain of Memories, right? Like, have we seen them in the official capacity since then? Am I missing something?
No, not outside of like medals.
Right. Yeah. So I think they might have lost them. Nominee might have stole them because she needs new clothes. So she's she's working on a new dress made out of their old stuff. They left them hung up in the egg pods.
Could you imagine if like Nominee just like covered her eyes and did their laundry? Just kind of like, just gonna yoink this.
I will say it doesn't like, it's kind of weird though, like to go off of our explanation of it, like, you know, they get through the memory fuckery and they don't get their old clothes back and they never get back in them. So it's like, I think it's a mixture of they're inconsistent internally and you know, a developmental thing.
I think so too. And I think you know, I don't know. Maybe this was going to be solved in Missing Link.
Yeah, exactly. We were robbed.
We sure were. Well, that was it, you guys. That was the first season of No Sad Face.
And what a season it was.
Pat, did you have any other more memories that you wanted to talk about?
Just like in general, I mean, had I not played this video game in the year 2002, my life is so different. I'm at the point where, I've been doing what I do in the internet for just over 6 years now. I mean, professionally for, since 2021. And it's just crazy. That's a substantial chunk of my life.
Yeah.
To a degree, it's if this stops tomorrow, it was still a huge part of my life.
Yeah.
And I met my fiance through this. I met a huge group of friends, and I have for now a career because of this game that I played, and I will forever be thankful for how long this lasts. It left such an impression on my life. So it's hard to nail down a specific. I guess I would say that initial playthrough of the game in 2002 and 3 with my older cousins in the summer. That's what brought me here to all of you. I could not have all of this without that. So that's my memory, my fondest moment.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I can't overstate how long I've been around, and there, I've made occasional friends here and there, but it was really hard for a long time to be in this fandom. And I don't think that the majority of people here are negative by any stretch of the imagination. It's just, it's difficult to, again, it can be difficult to find the people that you mesh with. And I have a very particular kind of personality and sense of humor. So, I rub people the wrong way, and that's fine. But also for a long amount of time, any effort that I had to do things that were more forward facing got shut down pretty hard. And I think a lot of that had been resolved for whatever reason, but I felt really kind of gun shy around making things outwardly in the Kingdom Hearts fandom kind of as a result of that. But also, for a really long time, certainly for as long as I've known Pat and for this past chunk of time in the fandom, I was a talent manager, and I worked with creators online, well-known YouTubers. And there were elements of time where I was encouraged to do things on my own, but for most of that time, I just didn't feel comfortable trying to have a career in fandom spaces or in creating things online. And this is the first time I've really dipped my toe into a project since leaving Nebula and since, kind of walking away from a lot of that. And it's just been really nice. It's been, I'm not the well-known person here, and a lot of that was by design for a long time, staying anonymous. And even before Nebula and even before that whole world, when I was doing stuff like writing and behind the scenes, I would often be in these spaces with a lot of people that you guys know. And they are known because of their personalities, and I wasn't known at all. I was just there to get the news. And I've never thought that anyone would care what I as an individual had to say. And it's just been really nice. I also don't think that I've been as, it's been really hard for me to kind of talk about the Kingdom Hearts 3 episode and the reaction that one had gotten. And I'm sorry if I glazed over it. It's just, because of how personal all of that was to me.
Sure, yeah.
I am very thankful with how people responded to that and how kind that they have been. And I don't take that lightly. And I for some reason, it just kind of seems that Kingdom Hearts is interwoven with my personal family trauma at multiple stages of my life. It started with my parents getting divorced, and then 3 happened with my mom dying. I don't anticipate anything else going on, but you never know. And it's just nice that somehow Kingdom Hearts has been there, and now it's not just the game, it's you guys. It's Requiem, and it's also, the people who have spent a little bit of time in our corner at our table.
And our gummy ship at our tea party.
And
I want to just quickly, this is for you. And I want to quickly speak on what you were saying about this feeling that no one's going to want to know what I have to say. I think the people that have that sense of doubt about their self and their commentary are probably the people that we need to hear from the most, because you already are hitting this baseline level of self-awareness that I think a lot of loud people lack. And so I think if you already have this sort of self-critique angle to yourself, because it was the same exact spot that I was in. The only reason I didn't start doing content stuff, I thought about doing it early into my college years. But I was just well, no one, what am I going to add to this? And I think it's, it's both a self-protective sort of measure, but it's also like a way out. I think if you have any inkling that you want to, get in the ring here and make stuff and say things and just put yourself out there, give yourself a chance. It's not like it has to be something that blows up overnight. But if it makes you happy and you find a couple of people that you can share space with and share your ideas, I think that really goes such a long way. And just like your personal mental and emotional health, especially in this era, like I just think it's a good thing to pursue if you have even, a slight inclination towards it. So I just wanted to put that out there.
I agree. More now than ever, it's important that people make things. And, I'm not just talking about podcasts or video essays. Although
this is one of the
certainly
easier things to do.
those are certainly important as well.
Yeah.
I think that if you are in a marginalized community as well, not that you are the only person that gets to do this, but please hear me out. I think that your opinion is more important now than ever. I think that we are currently in a very divisive world, unfortunately, and a lot of voices are getting kind of edged out. And it's more important now than ever to talk about your opinions and talk about your feelings and talk about the way that you experience art and to make the art and to make things and to put them out in the world. It's so important. Even if you've never done it before, even if you feel like no one is caring, no one is listening, it might take time for people to find what you're putting out into the world. But if you keep doing it, I promise you the person that needs to find it is going to find it. And it can change a world. It can change a life. It really can, even if it's just one. Even if it's just your own, it's important to get it out there. It's important to be heard.
That's the point to a lot of what we're doing here is just to share stuff and meet people.
Yeah.
And just to speak on your point as well, like when I played the games as a kid, these are coming out in the early to mid and, eventually late aughts. I'm playing these games. I'm enjoying them at a fairly surface level sort of way. I understood that they were telling stories and that these characters were going through arcs and journeys, but I didn't think about what these kind of characters and stories meant to somebody who was gay, to somebody who was trans, which is something that I have learned through getting to interact with people in this space. There are people with vastly different life experiences than me that have fascinating and really good, well thought out reads on character and story stuff in these games. To echo PJ's point, get out there and say your shit.
There are so many things out there that we can really connect on, and it doesn't have to be so divisive and it doesn't have to be horrible all the time. Pat is a straight white guy, but he's also a very staunch ally. He's helped put my voice out there. This is not the first time I've done a podcast. And I didn't partner with Pat because he has a fan base. I partnered with Pat because we have a good rapport and I trust him. I feel safe with Pat. And I don't have that. Shut up. I don't have that with everybody. And he's doing what allies are supposed to do. And I think that you could be that for other people in the world.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I
appreciate you. I appreciate you saying that.
But it's important, and I know it's a silly Disney game, but it's changed our lives. You have a career, and you're getting married because of it.
Right? Yeah, I can draw a direct line from playing the game to those things. It's nuts.
I have had several opportunities that were awarded to me because I was in the right place at the right time with these games, and I think that those connections are really the thesis of Kingdom Hearts. You have to find people. You have to find friends.
The lights in the darkness.
Yeah. Shit.
Wow. Should we just stop here? How do we top any of that?
Everybody, it really means a lot to us that you have watched the show. And we will be back, but we are going to take a break.
Yeah.
Get our shit together.
And we'll be back stronger.
Well, definitely more robust.
I will be eating strength boosts every day.
What does that mean?
I don't know, drugs, I suppose.
Oh.
Performance enhancing stuff.
Okay, yeah, you need it, so that's fine.
Whoa!
And it'll be
starting to rethink this whole ally thing.
If you're gonna pivot, now's the time.
Could be lucrative. No. Do we have them write in again? I guess we direct them to the survey.
I mean, for sure, take the survey. We need to hear your perspective on your experience with the show and how you want to do this. Let me tell you right now, though, if I see any shenanigans, I'm going to delete it. Got a very low bar for your shenanigans, you guys. this has been No Sad Face. I don't know when we're going to come back, but you can hear our entire show by going to nosadface.com and listening to the first season. Special huge thanks to everyone who participated today. We can't even say them all right now because we don't know who's going to come in at the last minute.
True.
But, links to all of them below. Huge thanks, of course, to David for editing the video. Big thanks to Esper for this lovely art. And for the art on the past couple of all of the videos. Yeah. I'm running out of steam because I'm emotional.
Yeah, it's been a long one.
And it's been a long one. And, please write in and tell us about the season. We'll get to it next season. And, I wouldn't be opposed to doing a couple of fun bonus episodes in between the seasons while we wait.
We could jump on, or we could pull from the archives again.
Yeah,
I think
we've got so many
plenty
archives.
of opportunities. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be good.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the archive stuff can prime you for things that we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the animated show and translations and all that good fun stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, have fun, everybody.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
I got to go to the hospital to get this soap pumped out of me.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, please
It's
get me on the
probably
gurney.
fine. It's probably fine.
All right.
Yeah. Da 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 da. Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Now that we're out, now that we're done, now that we're over.
Yeah.
People did talk about what they wanted the gummy ship to be called.
Oh yeah.
And we didn't know that it was gonna fucking die.
True.
When we put that out there.
That's
so
true.
It seems like it's kind of in bad taste. This will be the end. This will be.
Yeah.
A lot of people said poop fart.
Yeah, poop fart is the name of a ship that I gave to a ship in some KH1 based video.
Your fans
I don't remember which one.
Your fans remember.
They always do.
That's the most popular is poop fart.
They remember when I don't.
A couple people.
I mean, I think it should be something new and something unique.
Well, Door to Danny said the Embracer.
The Embracer.
Which is cute.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, but it does remind me of the Embracer Group.
I don't know what that is.
Which I think is an evil, like publicly traded, like investment company. I think.
Oh, okay. Well, scratch that one, I guess.
Might edit that out. I don't know.
Yeah, look into that one.
What else was said? Hold on. We're gonna keep looking.
Someone said Zolbeast, as in like a reference to the ship between Zolb and Beast.
Yeah.
Which I'm higher on that than poop fart, but.
Well, a couple people also said the SS Riku sucks with the Nex.
Not if we want David Gallagher as a guest next season.
I think that's a David Gallagher joke.
Oh, is it?
Isn't that from David's stream?
I have not seen them in full, so I don't know.
I haven't either. I've watched a few. I've watched quite a bit of a few, but I have not done all of it. Oh, this is a good one. From Aziora's Cub. We've got a gay man and a straight man. Let's call the ship the Bywind.
The Bywind, like the high wind?
Yeah, but it's bi. B-I, Bywind.
Yeah. I mean, is that how it works? I don't know if we
I'm not a science person.
By person. Yeah.
All I know is that vaccines work, so I'm not sure.
Right.
Asterius JP said, oh, this might be my nobody. Said ship name, regular PJ, Cable Pat, regular town. Pat J, regular Cable Pat town. And then Pijat.
We've run through all of these different positions, names in the past.
Right. And Pijat's a slur.
So these are, we have to be careful with. Whoa.
Yeah. I think regular town is fun.
Regular town is kind of fun.
I think
Hop aboard the regular town.
Bywind is cute, but the Embracer is, I think, cutest.
I agree.
All right. Well,
it sounds like an accessory or an armor you could wear.
And I think the da-da-da-da-da is as good an ending as any.
I agree.
David says we're singing it wrong, though.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I think he says it's da-da-da-da-da-da or da-da-da-da-da-da or da-da-da-da-da-da. It's one. It's not.
I know that he composed it, but he's wrong.
Yeah, it's like GIF. The guy who created GIF says it's GIF.
Yeah. It's like, sorry, but I'm gonna need you to sit this one out.
Yeah. Da 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 da.
Da 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 da. we should just do it at like off key and wrong every time.
I think we do it off key and wrong every time.
Apparently,
I think that's the
according to the source, according to Word of God, yeah.
Good morning to you.